Greetings and welcome to my channel. Let me be clear, if you are an individual who can be easily offended or triggered by different opinions concerning race, religion, sex, sexual preference, gender, politics, geopolitics, or basically anything at all, please be advised to discontinue at this point. To continue viewing from this point is an agreement that you are watching this video despite receiving a clear warning that you should not, and you relinquish all rights to complain to any authority or seek any compensation from myself or from the platform hosting the video. I thank you for your time and attention, and if you've decided to continue watching, I salute your fortitude.
Today's big question, which is, how often should you wash your towels? Ted in Wisbeck has been in touch. I don't use towels. I use a hairdryer set on cool. It takes a bit longer, but it feels lovely. And I finish off with a little talc for my testes and bum. Lovely stuff.
From the shores of Tenerife beneath the morning sun, 007, the day has just begun. Feet upon the sand, grinding with the tide, meditating by the ocean with the sunrise by my side. Then the music starts calling, another stage tonight, as I perform underneath the island lights, making people smile with every song I sing, living every moment that a free heart brings. I'm not chasing fame, I am chasing something real, sharing what I have learned, helping people heal. 007, standing in the light, keeping conversations, living every night. The realest 138, asking questions, opening the gate. The Wide Awake Show keeps the fire alive, helping people think, helping hope survive. If my words have helped you find your way. Support the mission, keep the lights on another day. From Tenerife to the world, the distance disappears. Voices joined together over all these years, bringing people closer, one conversation every day. From history to current events, from health to state of mind, exploring different viewpoints for those who choose to find. I've spoken of the Phoenix 138, inviting people to question and investigate. Not demanding all the answers, not pretending that I know. Just open-ended discussions and watching understanding grow. Round your feet, breathe the air, find your peace. Be aware the sea keeps rolling, the truth keeps calling. No matter how many times we're falling, yeah. Community matters, people come first. Real conversations can quench the thirst. Community matters, people come first. Real conversations can quench the thirst. 007, music in his soul, bringing us together, that's always been the goal. The Wide Awake Show still standing strong, building a family that all belongs. The realest 138, walking together, whatever our fate. One conversation can change a life, one kind word can cut through the strife. So if you've laughed, if you've learned, if you stayed for every show, if Rich made a difference, let your gratitude show. We'll keep the panel going, help the message carry on, because communities grow stronger when we all stand as one. 007, from the beaches of Tenerife to every screen around the world. The Wide Awake Show lives on, the realest 138. One community, one conversation. Wide awake. Wide awake.
Right, greetings. Welcome. How are you doing?
I come here for a fucking shootout, right? A proper shootout with some proper men. Like Colonel Custer and Geronimo. Have you ever heard of them? No. Because you were too busy in your penny baking fucking fairy cakes, weren't you?
I fucking love that whole scene from that movie. Yes, Stace, you gonna come and join me? You gonna come and join me, my lovely? So I'm doing two things at once here. Hey, Mr. Sasquatch. How you doing, mate? Oh, I need to put that fucking thing down. Right. There we go. Put that down now. Jesus, it's hot. It's very warm. It's 30 degrees or something. Listen, I don't want to hear your problems, man. I want to hear your solutions. Alright, too much talking down to women and disrespectful as fuck for too long to a certain group of people. I would, but I just had an awful experience on Kieran's panel yesterday, and I think I'm done for a bit. Oh, dear. Well, actually, Stace, coming up on my panel should help repair that. See, because, like you say, and like I was just about to say, not here. That don't happen here. I don't know, I might be guilty of talking down to people, but only when they're idiots. Charles Darwin, good to see you. I didn't know what YouTube was going to do as far as notifying people is concerned. It's been a couple of weeks since I streamed last or posted any content. So when you do that, YouTube, you drop right down in the algorithm. So I didn't have any big expectations for today, but it would definitely be nice to get a panel going before, like within half an hour. It would be nice if we could get a little panel going within half an hour, because and we can talk about whatever you want.
Rich, this lot of fucking nonsense to a man. They're fucking nonsense. Get out of your fucking way. Go on, get up. Go on, fuck off. Call yourself a fucking gangster.
It's the wrong clip.
I come here for a fucking shootout, right? A proper shootout with some proper men.
I'm still doing something else at the moment. I'm just focusing. I'm not looking at the screen because I'm building something. Do 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 do. Nearly done, nearly done. Nearly done. That was almost perfect. Almost perfect timing. There we go. Sorted. Right. Right. Where are we? Side note, you still swear too much. Dude, yeah, you swear a lot. I don't know if I really care too much. I mean, it does get a little bit much. Do you remember? There's a limit it gets to where it's just, over fuck. Too many fucks. Fucking fuck. But fools and tools, hey Dan. Exactly, sus. That piece of fucking gobshite. Right. you like what I did with the title, by the way? Anyone? Hopefully you all noticed it straight away. Right. Well, I'll start with a catch-up then. So, not seen you for a couple of weeks. I forget, I don't know exactly how long it's been since my last bit of content. We're going to Luke. 10 days ago. Yeah, 10 days ago, me and Rox did a stream, and I did that stream on the beach, but we haven't had a panel for 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since I tried to get a panel going. I had an interesting thing the other day, like last week. Slept funny and put my shoulder out. Don't know exactly what I did to it, trapped a nerve or something, but it was excruciating, absolutely excruciating. And for 2 days I couldn't work. But thankfully, because of football, work was cancelled. And then when I did go back to work, it was a little bit painful, but it wasn't too bad. And then the next day it got better, and it's just basically it's improved since then. So it's still a bit sore, and I still don't have a full range of movement on my arm, but I'm not needing to take painkillers every 2 to 3 hours, which I was doing for 3 days. Just pop in painkillers, man. The anti-inflammatories and over-the-counter painkillers. Although the stuff we get over-the-counter here is much stronger than the stuff you get in the UK. Jess White, how you doing? How you feeling today? Fancy coming on? The link is pinned. There we go.
Yes.
Welcome. Can you hear me?
Not over recording. That stuff is really loud compared to you.
The clap. Yeah, I can't. I don't know, because how it sounds in my ear is.
Yeah, you've got a volume between you and it, you know. So your instinct is to turn it down whenever it's too loud over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain that. You've got your
I can't hear when it's too loud for you. Yeah, only when it's too loud for me, and it's not. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. Charles Darwin. Let's see if this is better.
If your first word out of your mouth is not.
Is that better? Because I think what I might have to do is set it where I can hardly hear it, and it'll be much louder for you guys than I realise. Anyway, how you doing, Charles?
Oh, I'm not too bad, mate.
Angry with you, Chuck.
That was loud.
That wasn't the first words out of his mouth, Sass.
I know. I don't know what to make. This is not Chuck. Go find Chuck.
It's not Charles. No.
No, look. I'm working up to it. Okay, give me a fucking second, all right? You know,
I'm just there.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah.
Hang on. That's my fan. I think it's very. I've got it on full because it's so bloody cold. I'll just turn it down while I'm here. Right, yeah. So, what's everyone been up to?
Well, I'm sitting here twiddling thumbs and shit. You know, that's pretty much it.
You're twiddling your thumbs and you're twiddling shit as well.
Well, I used to work in fucking aged care, so I did that quite a lot. So you know, it's normal for me. But yeah, no, I was fucking kind of bored. I was on someone's panel earlier. It was kind of cool. I liked it. But then I got really fucking what's going to happen next? And I didn't actually get a notification that you were live, like at all, which is weird. But I mean, that's YouTube. YouTube is kind of yeah, we'll give you notifications when you fucking want to go to a channel. No, you fucking don't. It's really fucking bad. So yeah.
I was expecting. Is that true, Saz?
I'd rather not discuss it in public. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I sold out, but I did it the American way. I didn't do it cheap, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, much love, man. That's brilliant. I'm very, very happy for you, man.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I actually get access to some of that. I'm the biggest rich motherfucker you ever met in your life. It sucks.
So,
in fairness, every guy wants access. I will say nothing more than that, but we do. So,
well, access to what though, Charles? Like, yeah. Like, there's some guys that want access to something, and I think, why do you want access to that? Like, you don't need access to that unless you're one of them. But they still want access to it. I don't get it.
They want to be one of them, dude.
Yeah, no, we are not talking about like prison rules, okay? Fucking, we just want access.
Listen, mate. I was in prison and nobody had access to it in prison neither, and I didn't want access to anybody else's. So it was like, prison rules. I don't know what prison rules in America and maybe Australia as well are different to prison rules in the UK. Although it's been a long time since I went to prison, so it has probably changed quite a lot in the last fucking 23 years.
Yeah, boys and girls don't go to prison. It's not a experience that you want to go and deal with. It's bad.
Thank you. And that's been Charles Darwin with his opinion on the universe. Now we're back to our reporter on the scene, Richie. Richie, how's the weather outside?
It's very hot. It's hot.
Thank you.
It's
we're
nice.
going back to the studio.
What do you mean it's hot?
It's 28 degrees, man. It's beautiful.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking cry me a fucking river. Oh, it's 28 degrees Celsius.
I'm not complaining.
Where?
No. Charles, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's hot and I love it. I fucking love it. I'm sat here in my wife beater with the fan on and like no windows in my room. So it's fucking brilliant. I love it.
I'm surprised that people in Europe are really upset about the heat. It's like,
oh mate, do you know what?
Why?
I'm actually very embarrassed by it, and I'm kind of like, it makes me angry because all through the 80s and 90s, I was going on holiday with my parents. We were going to Portugal and Spain, like alternating between Portugal, Spain, and England, Devon and Cornwall, right? Devon and Cornwall was always fucking freezing cold or pissing down with rain, and when it was hot, people would complain that it was too. When it was raining, they'd fucking complain it wasn't nice and hot, and then when it was hot, they'd complain that it was too hot. Right? You come to, and then they come out to English people come on holiday to Spain or Portugal, and back in the 80s and 90s, it was much more predictable. The weather was so much more predictable back then, right? You knew it was going to be hot all through the summer. You knew that all through the summer in Spain or Portugal it was going to be hot and lovely, and then in the winter months it got cooler and it rained, right? And it wasn't as nice. but it was still better than it was in the UK. And it used to get up to 40 degrees. Right? Every summer we'd hit at some point 40 degrees.
Right.
And nobody batted an eyelid about it, except my mum would say, make sure you're inside, you're in the shade in the midday sun. Don't be out in the midday sun. Because it's too hot. They didn't want us overheating or getting heat stroke and shit.
That's all
No,
you do.
No, what's the phrase? Mad dogs and
Mad
Englishmen
dogs and
are-
Englishmen go out in
Yeah,
the midday
yeah,
sun. Yeah.
yeah.
Right. So we were aware of it, but we, and took precautions against it. Didn't go out right in the 3 or 4 hours when it was really fucking hot. Just stayed by the pool and stayed in the shade. I didn't like staying in the shade. But the point is now.
Made that saying about mad dogs and Englishmen obviously have never been to West Texas.
Well, I have to ask, like, how hot does it get in Texas? Like, I mean, I've never been there. So
110, 114.
45 degrees.
yeah, 45 degrees. Yeah, that's a bit toasty. That's a bit toasty. Yeah.
It's like
Bro.
120 and 120, 130, something like that.
Well, West Texas is in Arizona, so like it's very close, but it's a little further south. You'd expect it to be a little hotter. Really, it's a little juicier. And so while it doesn't quite hit 116, 120 in West Texas typically, it can, like no bullshit, hit 115 and have like 40% humidity, which is crazy.
Ooh, 40% humidity. Yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck that. I can deal with. I can deal with. I can deal with heat.
It's below 90% humidity ever.
Look, I can deal with heat, but I cannot deal with humidity. That shit is just nasty. Like, honestly, you go have a shower, and it's two steps out of the fucking shower that you just had.
Right.
You feel like you need to go back and you feel
the only thing I'll say to that is, the only thing I'll say to that, Charles, is, would you like a nice little summer dress? Like, fucking man.
Right, kinda.
It's
Sorta.
like it's hot and and you get sweaty and you're a man. Deal with it. Like, we get hot and sweaty.
Hear me out on this. Though,
I got to be honest. I don't think I have the legs for a summer dress, but
I
thank
don't
you
care
for.
about legs, bro. It's hot enough up now. Hear me out. I have long hair. You've seen my hair; it's fairly impressive. I get my ass out of the shower.
I was shocked at how long it is, actually, mate. I had no idea it was so long.
It hangs down to my butt. It really does. It's heavy as hell. I didn't realize how heavy it was until somebody grabbed my hair and picked it up and almost fell over forward. And I was like, Jesus, my hair is heavy. I need to get a trim. I really do.
That's why your neck's so thick.
That's what your mama said, but she was wrong. God damn it, dude. Why do you tip me like that?
Oh, dude, Jesus Christ.
You know this mouth is just a hair trigger away from fucking you up. Why do you tip me?
I was going to say something, but I won't because. Oh, jeez! Wow!
What I'm
Wow!
getting
Just
at is I
wow!
get out of the shower.
Yep.
At lunch, noonish, I get out of the shower. I've got to go somewhere, so I put my hair up in a ponytail right quick. One thing leads to another, and I wake up the next morning with my fucking bud still goddamn soaked. After a day of that, it smells like wet socks, right? So I got to go shower again. But the humidity is so high that it never actually dries.
Yeah, that just sounds wrong because you get like manky and nasty, and you feel like permanently wet.
To Georgia.
Now, look, I like things that are permanently wet, but it's a chick thing that I like. But if you have hair that is constantly like wet, almost moldy, fucking, I don't know about that.
It's not constantly. I keep it clean. It's just that if something happens and I have to put it in a ponytail to go do something, right? I can't have it out flying in my hair, running a chainsaw or some crap, If I've got to go do something, I have to put it up while it's damp. It will not get dry for any amount of time. I don't care. The next day.
I can absolutely believe that, right? That's it, and it's one of the reasons why dreadlocks, right? They take care. You have to take care of your dreadlocks because otherwise they start stinking and
God.
getting all fucking moldy and shit inside where they never dry properly, and they, you know, because hair is a funny one.
Well,
It's
another
very-
thing
Well,
about that,
correct
when
me
you
if
wash
I'm
it,
wrong, but dreadlocks are
supposed to
basically
use
like
salt.
dirty hair. That's pretty much
well,
what
no,
dreadlocks are.
like you could say that. You could say, oh, they're dirty hair, right? But the thing is, the oils that your head produces and your hair produces, the natural oils, it's cleaner. Your hair cleans itself after I forget how long it is. I think it's like 2 months or something. Your hair actually kind of cleans itself
Not
if you're
with
eating
drip.
properly. Right? No, it doesn't clean that. Like, obviously, you collect dirt and dust and all kinds of crap in your hair, but if you rinse it out properly with water, just with water, you can rinse all the dirt and stuff that it collects without stripping the oils. And that's why you shouldn't wash your hair like very
boys and
much.
girls.
You shouldn't really use hair. Was it fucking shampoo? You shouldn't use shampoo because it strips your hair of all its natural oils.
I have what's
Boys
referred
and girls, soap is
scoop your
cheap.
hair.
Okay, soap is really fucking cheap. Don't go doing weird stuff with your hair or with other parts of your body. Soap. It's free, almost. You know what?
You can make
To-
soap, right?
I have,
You can make soap. You just
layered
need
hair.
a
Blended,
yeah.
sorry, blended's the words I'm looking for. I blended.
Yeah.
What this means is some of my hair is that really coarse stuff that you find. That's
Yeah,
that
I got the
really
same.
old oil, right?
I got the same thing. I got
You would
like,
expect it to be really curly when you feel it, but for whatever reason, it's held straight by the other hair.
oh,
Or-
mine's curly. Mine
Right,
is
but
actually
it could
curly.
be
It's like
curly.
pubic hair. It's almost like pubic
It's
hair.
not.
I was going to say pubic hair, but I thought I won't fucking say anything. But you just
No,
said
it is.
You
It almost-
just said it. Yeah.
It almost is. It's like very thick, and you can almost see how it's flat as well, and that's why it's curling.
On the other hand, my other hair is like that freaking corn silk blonde stuff that just flies away at the slightest provocation, stands straight up in the middle of an electrical storm. And when that stuff gets oily, it just flops down like somebody had let the air out of me, right? And so the difference in my hair between freshly cleaned and sweated through is so striking that I look like one of those greasy little ragamuffs you see sitting down by the tracks trying to find a butt, right? You know the guys I'm talking about. They
Yeah.
homeless, but they're on a bit of a rough streak. Haven't had a shower in a couple of days. I immediately look filthy, just right out the gate. But if my hair is clean, right, I got so many flyaways and corn silk strands just floating around. It looks like a halo. Like that shit's light as air, bro. It just floats.
Does your hair react to moisture? Like,
Yes.
does it go frizzy? Basically, have you got frizzy hair?
The really coarse one, as I was telling you about, they try to bounce up, they try to curl, right?
Yeah.
But I've got so much limp corn silk hair laying on it that it can't really curl. What it does is tangle a little bit at the ends, right where it gets driest and moist, where the difference makes the most.
And how do you deal with your split ends? On that note, we're going to start talking about fucking hair.
Yes. Would you rather talk about weightlifting or fast cars or something?
Yeah, I was going to say.
How much
conversation-
weight can you lift with your penis, man? Like, you know,
This conversation
you hang a
is
towel
so
on
gay
it.
that I'm not. I feel uncomfortable fucking with you two doing the whole fucking how I look after my hair type thing. This is getting.
But you're the one that came out with you know, skincare advice, dude,
Sir.
about not using
well,
shampoo.
Look. The only skincare advice I can go and give is, ladies, vitamin E is awesome. So go find a man, and he will give you lots and lots of vitamin E, and you will look glowing and fresh in the morning, shall I say? You know.
Sir.
Yeah, what's up, Nathan? How you doing, man? Is that book out yet?
Which one? What one?
Oh no, Nate's written a book. Nathan Oakley's written a book, and I wanna buy it and I wanna review it.
I bought a couple of YouTubers books. I'm probably going to get some more. You know, I've interviewed like two dozen authors, and for the most part, I've been too penniless to get their books before I interview, which was very depressing. But we do what we have to, right? But I have purchased a few YouTuber books specifically because I interacted with them or had a full on show about them. You know, a couple of them were decent. I can't remember the name of the book. It's in there on my shelf. It's from Women's Prison Stories. The author's name is Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette.
Yuri Antoinette. That was.
Okay,
it was
yep.
Antoinette. It's like a not Ecuadorian, Panamanian change to the classic Antoinette last name, right? It was changed much. Anyway, none of that.
I think that's a cover story. They just removed the I. It's the same bloodline, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, probably. That was what she said. Was that when shit went down, some of them just fled the country before it became an issue, and that was one of them. And when they fled, her family went by way of Italy and dropped some letters on the way over to the New World. I was like, yeah, we're not those people. But anyway, she was an illegal immigrant who was brought here by her illegal immigrant parents, and they came in, did the full citizenship thing, but she was like 1 or 2 when she came over. And do you remember I told you, like, I've been around on YouTube for a lot longer than, Caucasian Sasquatch, and that one of the very first channels I ever tried to help was a live streaming channel, Women's Prison Stories. The very first image she ever uploaded was her escape from Noriega. Where was Noriega? That was Nicaragua, right?
Noriega, fucking
I think that's Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Anyway, she had been taken.
That's where Lake Titicaca is, isn't it?
When she got deported from the U.S., she went and tried to live in wherever it was they sent her, Nicaragua, Ecuador, wherever it was. And it didn't work out. She was like, fuck that. I'd rather die than live in this place. So at first, she tried to find like a coyote to get her back in the U.S., but then the local government broke down, collapsed, and a revolution took place, and she was able to apply for refugee status. But the problem with that is she could only apply for refugee status, within 3 available ports. So what she would have to do is travel overland. Hold on, what?
So, just for those that don't know, coyote is not talking about the sort of dog-like wolf type things in the desert. He's talking about the illegal immigrant traffickers that call themselves coyotes.
Yeah, they take them across the border. Yeah,
they take them across the border. Sorry, just wanted to. Everybody here probably knows that, but just in case anybody's watching this on a replay who doesn't come across this information before,
She's trying to hire a dog.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was sat here trying to think of something funny to say about that. Like, yeah, but she found that she couldn't keep up with it with its 4 legs, or I don't know.
Clifford. She just rode Clifford over. No, what the story is a good, solid story. But what I'm getting to is when she applied for refugee status to like Panama or something, they accepted her, but then the war broke out. The place she was supposed to meet the bus blew up, and so she got shifted over to some diner somewhere. And then in the middle of all of that, there was another attack. And remember, she was on a recording for her mom. Like, she opens the recording with, okay, Mom, the place has been blown up, but we got a bus, we're moving over here to wait for the bus to show up. And then all hell breaks loose, and she ends up running from street to street to run to the bus that's supposed to be coming to pick them up like 20 blocks away. And it looks like a fucking who's that guy, Michael Bay film. It looks like a Michael Bay film. I'm not joking. Like, she's running, she trips, drops her phone, it rolls just perfect to catch her trying to come back for it, right? And shit, like getting shot behind her and shit. She's 22, 23 years old, long ass hair, pair of fucking booty shorts on. It's obviously sweltering freaking hot. She snatches up the phone and is running away with the screen behind her. And every time it goes up over her shoulder, you see an anti-personnel vehicle coming around the corner, and her turn on the run is exactly the same speed as that anti-personnel vehicle coming into view, right? And so she can see the front headlights, or you can from the camera, because she's not looking. She's running for her life, right? And every time the camera pokes up, you see another inch of that truck come around the corner, and you just know there's a big mod dude sitting in the back of it just waiting to fucking throw it up, right? And she clears the corner, and the guy she's running with catches her coming around the corner and just tackles her into the back of the building, into the defilade of the building. Her camera fucking goes skittering across the pavement and posts up on a goddamn curb on the other side of the road. And you just see the entire left side of that fucking street just demolished with 50 cal rounds. Like, you hear that mod deuce open up and all the windows seem to explode at the same time. The brickwork goes to hell in a bucket. The whole place goes covered brick dust and glass. Like, you can't see nothing. And then for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, that thing opens up, that it stops and the wind clears the street, and there's 5 people in the middle of the damn street on fire that weren't there before that thing opened up. And I'm like, honey, you need to take that down. That like breaks 10,000 TOS violations in a single, you know.
Well,
you can have it in a movie, you can portray it in a movie, but for God's sake, don't show it happening in real life.
look, I don't know, because man, you know,
attention to the video beforehand. When she's running and that thing's coming around the corner, there's somebody running next to her. When her hands comes down, you get a full-on face shot of him. And when it goes back up, you kind of catch the back of his shirt, and he's wearing like an old FIFA or soccer shirt, or like a Manchester United or some crap from like the mid-'80s. I don't know. I don't recognize the team. It's in like Brazilian or something. I don't know. But they're running like side by side. When the dust clears and blows off, part of that shirt is laying in the street, and there's a burning body right next to it. And then just a little bit further up, there's a completely shredded like Vespa scooter type thing with another burning body laying next to it. It was intense, bro.
So this was back in the day when YouTube wasn't actually looking at, and they weren't skimming over, you know, they weren't actually, they were only looking at videos that were reported, right?
Well,
and they weren't, and they didn't have people out there, or certainly not as many people
YouTube
maliciously reporting videos. So the fact that video was, you know, she was able to upload that video. I mean, like nowadays she wouldn't even be able to upload it.
Wouldn't even make it up.
Wouldn't even make it past the bloody...
YouTube used to be awesome back in the day. I think it was roughly was about 2007. YouTube became a thing, but there were other different platforms. There were things like Grouchy Media
around the same time as Facebook. What a coinky dink, eh?
Yeah, but you know, but YouTube turned around and they brought up all the different smaller adversaries that they had, and then they became really fucking woke, and they tried to go and
I love how
shut things down.
For whose benefit is this, Charles? Because you know that we're both like, this isn't our first rodeo either. Like we've all of us here have all been around for a long time. We all know the fucking story about YouTube and where you know what they did, where they came from, how they started, when those boys sold out.
Look, I'll tell you this, okay? If you want to go and see like crazy stuff, Google Grouchy Media. Okay,
I don't. That's the thing, right? I don't need to see. I don't need to see crazy stuff anymore. I don't. I just. It's like when people. There's some videos that Rox wants to share with me, and she knows that actually there's no point, because I'm not going to want to see that. It's not because I'm a pussy or I'm squeamish or anything like that. it's just I don't need to see it, right?
No,
I don't
no,
need.
no,
I know what's
understood.
going to happen.
Yeah, dude,
So
understood,
describe it to me.
understood,
All
yeah.
right, yeah, that's okay. I don't need to see it.
Yeah, no, look,
Right?
I mean,
Because that kind of curiosity, right, has been fully quenched. I've seen people actually die for real on, being filmed. That not watched snuff movies, but I've watched real executions and all of that stuff, and I've seen some really, really horrific footage from
God,
things that have happened on the street,
dude,
right?
dude, I agree with what you're saying there because fucking I've seen shit in real life, not on fucking the internet. There are things that you cannot fucking remove
Unsee.
from your. Yeah, once it's in your fucking once you see it, you cannot fucking burn that part of your brain out and fucking unsee it ever again. I don't understand why people want to go and watch that sort of shit, but fucking it's crazy. I mean,
Well,
the
I
last
mean,
thing, the last thing,
I
well, the
wanted
last
to
thing,
see it. I
well,
wanted
no,
to see it when I did watch it. It was because I was really curious. It was like, well, I've seen it on the movies. How much is it like it is on the movies? And you see that it's not. Well, now see that's the scary thing is now movies now actually are incredibly realistic. Some movies are incredibly realistic. The gore is incredibly realistic.
Access to Faces of Death series was an open key for any door that was closed anywhere for the underage world. The fact that I worked at a movie store and that I could just walk out with that damn thing anytime it didn't get rented in a day, right?
That might have been what it was that I saw.
Do you remember this? This will be the one that gets you. If it was the Faces of Death series, there was this one particular thing that was in. It was at least referenced in all of them in the opening bit and the closing bit, right? It's a guy, he's standing on a boat, a couple of other guys standing beside him. They're talking about what's on the table. And what's on the table, there are 2 beers, a handful of cards. They're clearly playing cards. And he picks up his cards, looks at the cards, and was like, well, if this doesn't win, I'm just going to end it all. And he tosses the cards on the goddamn table. And the other guy says, well, you're going to have to figure out something to do. And he picks up the 45 off the table, sticks it, rolls the cylinder, sticks it in his mouth, pulls the trigger, blows the top of his head clean the fuck off. All on camera. I'm talking pink mist and everything. Chunks of shit flying. And the guy who's filming the camera goes, oh, shit. And it cuts a few seconds later, but Jesus. Bro, I'll never get that out of my head. I will have Alzheimer's at 110, and I'll turn and look at the chick who walks in and go, "Have you ever seen Faces of Death?"
So it's not. It might not be that. The one I watched was just about all the different methods that they used to lawfully, inverted commas, remove somebody from this earth, right? For whatever crimes it was that they were supposed to have committed. So it talked about Japanese beheadings and in Iraq and Iran, where apparently they did it with power tools and stuff. There were some really, really interesting ways that they did it. And the really graphic ones were the real, the footage of people's heads being removed. And the most shocking one to me, the one that really made the impact on me, was a guy in Iraq, I think, had been caught stealing cars, and they wrapped him up in rope. They just had this rope that was wrapped around him, spiraled up from the top to the bottom, and there was a sign stuck behind the rope, right, that said, I base it in Arabic or whatever, it said, I am a thief and I deserve to die, whatever.
Was this an ISIS video?
No. And then they pushed him up against the there was a big mud bank, and they pushed him up against the bank, so he sort of fell against the bank, was laid there, and then one by one walked up with their AKs and put 3 bullets in, 3 rounds. And
I
the
think I've
first,
seen. I've
the
seen that
first
video.
like the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
2 or 3 guys just put rounds in his body, and then the next couple of guys came around and put rounds in his head, and it was the way
Yeah,
the whole shape of his head changed when the bullet hit his jaw. Bullet hit his jaw, hit his cheek,
I saw that. Yep.
hit his right, but he was still alive. For 30 seconds, he was still gasping for breath afterwards, and that's what was really kind of shocking, because the guy had been shot about 15 times or something, 12 or 15 times. It was just the last 3 bullets that were right in his face, and still didn't kill him. And it is an AK-47. That's a 7.62.
Yeah, I've seen that video, dude. I know what you're talking about. That was fucked
Basically,
up.
that must have been about
they,
the rounds that they were using. They must have been
they-
using full metal jackets.
Oh,
They-
no, baby.
They basically
Yeah,
fucking
chain
blew,
shape right through.
they basically blew his fucking jaw apart along with his head after he'd been shot. I don't know how many fucking times, but it was really, really bad.
I didn't need
and-
after that. I didn't need to watch like anything to do with that subject. I didn't need to watch that ever again, really. Right. And I haven't looked. Not at executions, right? I've seen people die in other ways from, police and fucking gangsters and car accidents and all kinds of shit.
Look, I don't think anyone needs
What's up,
to go and
Sylvie?
see.
And Wazzy and Casper. How you
Look, I don't
doing?
think anyone needs to go and see people die online or in real life. That stuff will fucking haunt you. It really will. Especially if it's IRL. It's like, okay, fucking someone just died in front of me. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad, and you will never fucking forget that shit at all. I don't understand why people fucking look for videos.
Curiosity, dude.
I got 'em.
Curiosity. Simple
look.
human curiosity.
Curiosity is awesome. That's fine. But I mean, the last time I saw something online that I was unhappy about was when Charlie Kirk died.
Yep,
And
exactly. Me too. Me too,
Yeah,
man. Me too.
yeah,
I was pissed off. I was pissed off because I wasn't ready for it. And it
Yeah,
was like, boom, whoa, hang on, what the fuck? I didn't consent to seeing that. I didn't need to see that. You could have just told me that Charlie Kirk had been shot. I didn't need to see that.
Yeah,
man.
no, I heard. I think it was probably about 30 minutes after he died.
Leafy.
I was on someone's fucking
Booyakasha.
channel. I was on someone's fucking channel, and they found a video and they showed exactly what happened, and I was like, "Fuck me! I don't want to see that video ever
Yeah,
again."
that's what I figured out for the day.
And apparently fucking people fucking search for this shit, and I think, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, seriously. I mean, even recently, was it in Ireland where the dude attacked an Irish citizen with a knife? People are saying, "Oh, there's video about it." I was like, I don't want to fucking see that shit. Literally, fucking, it was bad enough knowing that this actually happened. I don't want to see the fucking video. Leave me the fuck alone. What is wrong with you, fucking? If you think this is something that I need to go and fucking watch, why? What? Sorry, it breaks my brain. Sorry.
Well, the worst thing I come across, like on a regular. Oh wait, no, hold on. I had somebody email me, like, this has been years ago. This is one of my dead. In fact, I stopped using this email specifically because of this. Just a random dude I've never heard of. Don't know this dude from Adam's House Cat unless I happen to, and they changed their email name or whatever, but don't recognize the email address. I get a video, and it is 3 guys, and I've never seen this video anywhere else online. This is the only place I've seen it. And I straight abandoned this email address completely. But anyway, I get a video of a dude, 3 guys, and they've got freaking car tires stacked over them. Spray it down freaking house.
You're talking about is it Nicholasine where they fucking
No,
they
that's
put them on
what
fire?
they do in South Africa. Sylvie said
Yeah.
about that. Where they put it on their head.
Even identify the language that was being spoken in it, and it freaked me out so fucking much. I literally shut down that email account and never went back again. Just I kind of wanted to turn it into the cops, but hell, it was obviously for some random country somewhere, and I figured I'd see the video somewhere else and be like, oh yeah, somebody sent me that, right? Never saw it again. And
so I mean, people's curiosity for these things. People. There are people that have a really do have a morbid curiosity, right? They're the sorts of people that maybe if they could, they'd be a mortician or something, right? If they wouldn't mind being a mortician or something, you know, the same reason why there's some people that would like to be a mortician, right? People that want to look up horrific things happening in real life to sort of see, and I think it is just like for me, it was a morbid curiosity because it's depicted to us so much on films, right? Is that a Sita? A Sita, the real Sita.
Understand people looking at stuff like that in order to see what it looks like, in order to like recreate it for practical effects for film, that kind of stuff. That actually makes more sense to me than the curious.
There's that as well. There's that as well. You know,
well, no,
for practical reasons.
That makes sense. That makes sense, but I don't understand why a random person in the world would look up that sort of shit for shits and giggles. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, seriously, fucking, you know.
Listen, my mum used to say to me, Richard, it takes all sorts to make up this world. She used to say that to me all the time, right? And it does. It takes all sorts, and that's where we can get all philosophical and psychological about it. The fact that this is we live in duality, right? We live in duality, where we're being made to focus on duality, right? Rather than rise above it, or you know, rather than understand what things why there is a duality, why duality is necessary, right? But why you don't actually have to fucking take part in it with this whole pick a side, and you know, that means it's the fact that if you've got really good people out there that want to do nothing but really good things and really help people and just give nothing but love, right? Then that means there's going to be exactly the same in the opposite. So that's why they exist.
So we have really good people. We have really bad people. It's like a bell curve. Everyone else is pretty much in the middle. Would that be fair?
Right. Yeah, because basically we're all capable of one or the other, right? And there was a time when I said, no, I'm not capable of that. I'm not capable of doing something like that. Now I understand I am absolutely capable of doing something like that. It's whether I choose to or not.
Not gonna. There's this thing I say. I've said this ever since I started YouTube. When people would ask about it, right? You probably heard me say it. People come up and they start doing that. Oh well, I was in a fight. Or they wouldn't do that to me in person. That kind of stuff. Here's the thing. I absolutely abhor violence. I think it is the absolute worst decision in virtually every circumstance you encounter. There are other things that can be done to rectify a situation before you get to violence. And the reason violence is used is people skip to the end rather than trying to actually work out what issues are. But
Sasquatch, I agree with you, but I think the problem is that people who have never actually
missed the point.
No, they've never actually experienced violence. They're the ones who go and they advocate that sort of shit. You know, so you know, people are fucking retarded. They don't pay attention. They go, well, I don't know anything about this, but I'm gonna go and jump in fucking head first, and it's gonna be fucking amazing. No, it's fucking not. It's not gonna be fucking amazing. It's not gonna be fucking good. Even if you fucking fight someone, okay, and you win the fight, you're gonna fucking end up with fucking a broken nose, maybe fucking a tooth fucking knocked out, and fucking
Sure.
bleeding fucking knuckles. Like people who don't understand violence will tell you very fucking quickly that violence is not the response that you should fucking go to in the first instance. But dumb people who have never fucking been there will go, I'm going to go and do this thing. And it's like, what? No. Yeah. Sorry. I was going to have a bit of a rant.
You did. You jumped right over the middle of my freaking sentence. That was amazing. I'm actually more impressed than I am pissed off. It's like the dog who ate the arch will of cheese. I'm not going to fuss about it. I'm just going to move on.
Just carry on. Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is I'm so against violence. When you talk to me in person and we're interacting in public and all of that stuff, you would expect me to be a total pacifist. The thing is, I had an older brother who's 8 years older than me. I am unbelievably good at it. What up?
What's up, JP?
Greeting my awesome souls. I just have to interject there when he was going on about the violence thing. I mean, I kind of get it, you know. I mean, I do understand. I'd rather not sort of participate, but if I've got to, I'm quite willing to defend myself.
That's my point.
And that's because I know how to, you know. It's the difference between.
Dude, you're roboting. Do
Sorry,
something.
mate.
Yeah. No,
There's a bit of wind, man. There's a bit of wind.
There's a slight bit of breeze. 2 seconds, I'll get in the house. It's just I was smoking, so I didn't want to stay in the house. I didn't like being indoors anyway.
That's better.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Right. There you go.
I've put all of it on. You've got echo cancellation, noise, background noise cancellation, and also automatic volume control.
Do you know what I mean?
So it's better to let the algorithm deal with the.
I love this man's accent so much. I just
all you need is time. All it takes is time. You just need like exposure to the sounds, and then you know enough translation, and eventually you'll be able to
understand most of what he says. Like I've actually listened to him enough that I recognize, you know, his neighbor could probably show up and I couldn't tell you heads or tails what that guy's saying. But this dude,
if he was having a conversation with his neighbor in audio when we could hear it, I don't think any of us wouldn't be able to understand anything that was being said.
Have you ever seen that? Seen that movie, The 13th Warrior, where he's listening to all the conversation because
with Tom Cruise?
Language. No, it's Antonio Banderas. And he's basically listening to it, but when he works it out, it actually sounds like Scottish. Do you know what I mean? He thinks they're all speaking like sort of some Viking language or whatever, you know, some Nordic thing. But really, it's all just Scottish.
That should have been the Rus.
Aye, in the Rus.
I've already said it is that there is similarities, very similar. There's certain words where the pronunciation is still the same. Right, it's
I'll try and
you
speak
said
proper England.
But anyway, right. So getting back to the violence thing, right? In my experience, the ones that talk a lot about the fights they've been in and what they do and they're fucking and give it all that, right?
Yeah,
in my experience, they're pussies when it comes to a real fight, and they're not capable of actually fighting. Right? That's why they say it's the quiet ones you got to watch out for, because lads that can handle themselves don't need to go and tell everybody about how they can handle themselves.
That's it. I mean, I'm 5'3", so I don't need to tell you what I might be capable of.
It's like really big fucking guys, right? That's what I like about your big friendly giants, right? Your guys 6'4", 6'5", 120 kilos of solid fucking muscle, Viking like, and they're soft. They're just real, but they're really, really placid, decent guys, and they don't ever give it all that. You don't hear him giving it all that.
No.
But you know that if they ever get in a fight, they're going to
Put
fucking
the test,
destroy
though.
anybody that comes against them. You know?
Well, that's it. I mean, like if it was me against somebody like that, I would be having to try and keep my distance. But if I got too close, it'll be
Oh, no, I
it'll be
get
over.
that.
Do you know what I mean? Like
That's why I know.
That much.
That's why I know Hassan Piker's a fucking pussy. But
Yeah.
anyway.
I have
Hassan Piker.
Oh, and also Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate,
Oh.
fucking pussy. Did you see? Have you seen him on that when he goes up against 100 guys, right? Or Andrew Tate against 100 guys, and he got 100 of his followers. It was basically he wasn't up against 100 fighters. He was up against 100 of the little soy boys that were worshipping him. I thought they could get in a ring, and it was all choreographed. Well, it wasn't choreographed, but these lads had been put through a full training workout before they went into the ring, so they were already knackered when they went into the ring.
Aye.
None of them stood a chance against him because they were all completely fucking physically destroyed anyway, because they'd gone through one of his training regimes, right? It was a complete setup, absolute setup.
So, one of the things about so there's two types of violent people in my experience. There are the three if you count the people who are non-violent and become violent. See, that's the thing. It's like there are some people who are just willing to perpetrate violence, and they don't. They're not thanked nearly enough.
The ones that aren't violent that do become violent are kind of a bit they're like berserkers.
Yes, they're nuts, dude. They are fucking nuts.
They are like.
The thing is, when you understand what you're actually capable of, you don't actually want to do it.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Is exactly right. That is exactly why I don't want to get in a fucking fight.
Well, that's it.
Well, what's the point in getting in a fight unless you're going to finish it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one of the people that I'm not trying to knock you out. I'm trying to survive the fight. So if I have to, I'm going to kill you in a couple of seconds. You know what I mean? I'm that sort of mindset. It's all good learning all these sort of different martial arts, all these fancy kicks and fucking things, but in a street fight, it's not going to make a fucking difference. If you're willing to actually fight to survive,
you're fighting for survival,
to kill. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas that's the mentality I kind of have. Whereas I'm not trying to actually just knock you out. I'll fucking finish you if that's the fucking case. But if
I'm a big boy. If I hit you,
I'll end you and just walk away.
Head fist, you probably would pee poo.
I mean, I don't want to, but if you're going to push us to that, then
I typically do.
Well, question. Okay, fucking, what is the point of having a fight if you're not going to win?
There's not.
Okay? Literally, fucking, if there's an issue, okay, I'm not going to go and fucking piss about and play games with people. Fucking, if there's an issue and I want to fucking win, I'm going to go as hard and as fast as I fucking can. All right, and I don't care about fucking the whole things about there's rules about fighting. Bullshit there are. Fucking everything is a fucking weapon, and if you fucking upset me enough that I want to fucking go and lay hands on you, you're fucked. And if you're lucky,
lose if you must. Always cheat.
All right. Sorry, just talking to the neighbours. You be quiet, you dodgy bint. Oreo's being gobby.
Well, I mean, actually, saying all this that's been said, what's the point?
Right.
I do. I think I like boxing. I like watching boxing. I like watching UFC.
Oh, I love it.
I like watching fights where there are at least some rules, and it's about it is about method and technique and training, right? With boxing, particularly, because you can only use your hands. I respect it. Yeah, and I think it's good conditioning for the body, like it's
absolutely,
good.
Absolutely.
Dude, 3 minutes of boxing is more intense than any amount of running, short of being chased by a dog or a bear or something. Like
The thing is, I mean, you've got to train fucking like what 30,000 sort of minutes just to be the last fucking 3 minutes.
I hate
like,
the name. I hate the name, but boxer size. I think it was called boxer size. That used to call it was you did a it was a routine. There was a whole routine. You started at one end, and then you basically you just smashed it out on each section. You know, as you went round. And it was exhausting, absolutely exhausting. It was good for, perseverance and.
I hope you can still hear us, but this is what I use for my wooden man instead of. I use the walls in the bar because I haven't got a wooden man to practice on. So I use the side of the wall and the metal bars.
Mr. Kung Fu conditioning his knuckles and his
that's just more like the Wing Chun and the Tai Chi sort of perspective, you know. But
that's the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing about Tai Chi and Kung Fu and that. The way they condition their shins, the way they like.
Isn't Tai Chi like a slow fucking martial arts? Like
there's two slow and one fast, like one hard. And
Tai Chi isn't just it isn't just a breathing and movement exercise for old people. If you speed those movements up, it is an effective self-defense.
It's pretty lethal when you put it to the test. And I don't know what else to say about it, to be honest. It's what I've kind of grown to.
The usefulness of momentum in fighting.
I mean, using the slow method and then like sort of building up the speed and I mean that's solid, you know.
Leah Zuckman. Leah Zuckman, I've not seen that name before. Who? Because I can't see any conversation before this comment, so I'm just wondering where this comment came from. Wow, thank you. Who are you thanking?
Oh, dude, I have no idea.
Are you thanking us for our completely pointless conversation about being a man and being able to fight?
No, look. When I'm on panel, I don't. Read chat. I should read chat because I do the whole thing on other channels. But fucking.
Oh, it is leafy.
When I'm hanging out with dudes, just having a conversation, I don't read chat. So.
We neither do. I'm just having a look now. I'm just gonna make a split while I'm fucking paused.
No, you're not. What you're doing is you're making a herbal cigarette. Big up, Squirrel. How you doing, man? Oh, dude, Squirrel. On a complete aside, right? Did you see Jason completely destroy Ken? Totally destroyed him, man.
I have no idea.
Totally destroyed Ken Wheeler.
Missed it.
Oh, mate, he's made Ken Wheeler look like an absolute fucking fraud.
Proper chump.
I have no idea who those people are, but I'm looking to go and see how he rolls his cigarette because
Ken Wheeler is the smartest man in the universe, according to Ken.
Apparently.
And Jason, you know who Jason is. What are your thoughts on the Tate brothers? Right, I don't know about his brother, but Andrew is a pussy. He's a little pussy shit. He's all mouth. He's not actually. He's not the tough lad he thinks he portrays.
I think the question is directed more towards the concept of extradition from U.S. territories of a U.S. citizen to a British territory. In this case, he is a dual citizen, U.S. British, and so they do have some claim. I'm not sure as to the exact language of that extradition, but I'm pretty sure the only reason it can happen is because they are specifically dual citizens of the two states in question.
Romania and UK. Are we talking about the Tate brothers?
I think so.
Yeah. Has something happened then? Are they being extradited?
Yeah, no,
it's
no,
weird.
they got arrested. Yeah, they got arrested.
I
I
remember
think it was like yesterday or something. So
Right.
the Tate brothers
So-
got arrested again for something, and the
That's what
UK.
bothers me. Nobody
was supposed
fucking
to go-
knows what they were arrested for. Why were they
Yeah.
extradited? What is the crime they are accused of? I have not heard one.
Press
Right,
the
but
wrong button.
it's all. I think the Tate brothers are a couple of useful idiots that they use for distraction, right? They can distract people with the stories of the Tate brothers, who are just
Hold on.
they're
I hear
they're,
what you're saying.
they're tools.
But
They're-
none
they're
of that
being-
goes to why the fuck they being extradited from a U.S. space when we don't do that shit for just anybody.
Well,
I don't really
Yeah,
understand.
well,
the part. They have-
I would say probably
totally-
the Tate brothers. The
Yeah.
Tate brothers probably know something. They might have some. They might know something.
Oh
right?
yes,
Well,
okay.
no,
I
well,
hear what
no,
you're saying.
I don't think
That's
so.
not
I
how
don't
it
think so.
works,
Fuck,
right.
because the
The
UK
State Department
the
does
UK
not
is
extradite people to other nations just because whatever. They have to have specific crimes that they've been accused of, that have been investigated, that they have
Yeah,
had
it will be human trafficking.
long drawn out process getting somebody
It'll be
extradited
human.
from
It'll be
Miami.
human trafficking.
the
It's
UK
essentially
the
kidnapping.
UK is so fucking woke that they're looking for something to go and say, oh look, we found these bad people fucking in Europe, and we're gonna go and bring them back here so we can go and charge them for whatever it is. Like I said, I have no idea what.
No, sir.
what-
No, sir. That is
what-
not it. You got it ass backwards. That cart's way before that horse, bro. They're supposed to have charges, evidence, and everything but a conviction before they ever come to the U.S. State Department. We do not give over prisoners unless it is beneficial to us for a reason. And we generally don't advertise that shit when we do it. It just happens.
Maybe there's
Brendan,
maybe
that's
maybe
fair.
there's
That's
so
fair, yeah.
so I would say that maybe there's there's something in the background going on as well
That's my point.
alongside this.
There is a
It's
legitimate
a-
process by which this could take place. I'm not sure it applies to between UK and the US. I'm pretty sure we don't extradite to the UK. I think that's pretty much in writing somewhere, but I can't remember where. On the other hand, we might have some agreement with Romania where we extradite, but I'm not sure about that. So if so, that's news.
Romania's like the second
Here's
most
the thing,
corrupt.
here's the thing. Even if we do have a direct extradition clause with the particular country in question, there still has to be legitimate charges laid and evidence presented in front of an American judge with an American diplomat sitting there going, okay. That flies.
So-
flies.
Is that
Can
not just
I
all
pause you?
bullshit
Can I
anyway?
pause you there? Can I pause you there?
Go on.
That I'd agree with you if the American legal system and foreign policy
Oh, any legal
was
system.
was what it said on the tin and what it used to be back in the 80s and 90s, right? But now they've thrown out the rule book.
It's all show
Like
and
they
tell.
they do whatever the fuck they want. Look at the Tyler Robinson case.
I'm not
Look at the
debating.
Tyler Robinson case.
Well,
man.
hang on a sec. Fucking do
And
we-
all of the
do
Trump
we-
Trump trials when he was in court, all of those Trump hearings, like I actually sat through quite a few of them. I had a morbid interest in it, and I sat through quite a few of them, and I just could not believe my eyes or ears. Some of the things that they were doing in a court of law, and it was like, how this is actually blatantly illegal what they're doing, and yet they seem to be doing it. They've just changed the rules.
Well, no, a question I have.
Anybody
okay,
It's rules for thee
is-
and not for me, right? With them,
Who is actually fucking trying to go and arrest the Tate brothers for and extradite them? Because fucking, as far as I know, it's not the US. So fucking, the US couldn't give two fucks about the Tate brothers. They can go do their own thing. But my understanding is that
the ones that is real.
yeah, I want to go and see fucking which country turned around and said, okay, we don't like the Tate brothers. We're going to get them and arrest them for whatever it is that they fucking
we're all licking the
So
Well, I'll tell you what. I know there is one country, one state that America seems to just bend over for.
you're talking about the small hats. Yeah,
I don't know who I'm talking about. Really, I don't know who I'm talking about. Who is the real enemy? I don't know. But
you're talking about the small hats, Richie. I know what you're talking about. It's all good. It's all good, dude.
Oreo, what are you doing?
She's licking the ears.
What are you doing? She thinks, because she thinks there's something wrong with you because you're laid down. She's like, oh, Dad, you're right. Okay, come here, let me give you kisses. I'll give you kisses. And that'll make you better. Will you just get up and take me for a walk now, please? Right.
Just getting back not long ago. We've been, fucking dear. Honestly, she's relentless.
I used to love it when Humphrey started licking in my... It's when they lick in your eye, it's like, that's all right, clean that gunk out, man. Clean that
Get that funky.
Get a bit of clean. And when I learned that dog's saliva is actually...
It's up the nut.
Dog's saliva has got antiseptic qualities to it.
That's why I did.
It's like, it's nothing like human saliva.
No.
Yeah,
and even if they lick their ass, 30 seconds later, their mouth is completely refreshed.
Yeah, that's why I learned if I've got to cut her out like that, I give it straight to her. She just licks the clean.
No, do you know what? I swear to God, Patrick, I swear to God that pink eye is just something that happens in America, North America.
I've never had fucking pink eye in my bastard life.
I've never had pink eye in my life, right?
Never.
Like you guys, it's like it's a regular thing. And what is it? Oh, it's you get poop in your eye. What the fuck? Like,
you get funky goes in your eye, or you get a sty.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen in Europe. In the UK and Europe and Ireland, we don't get pink eye. You get conjunctivitis, right? You get conjunctivitis where you get an infection. Or you get a sty in your or you can get a sty, right? But that just looks like a big white. That's like a big white thing. That looks like a big white nipple, a sty.
Yes, styes are nasty.
And then you can get those chalk balls, like some people, like older people. Older people have chalk balls.
Chalk balls? Fucking what?
Yeah, I don't know if it's chalk, but it's like a white.
So if I get, hang on. If I get chalk balls, does that mean I can write on a wall? Like fucking, what the fuck are chalk balls? That's weird, dude. Like,
yeah, but your body does.
Your just body, what you call
it. It's something that's being purged by the body, right? A build up over time, a build up of something. It like. Calcium or something. I don't know what it is. A build-up of something that creates basically chalk-like balls under the skin. It's not anything like it's not pus.
Calcium build-up.
It's not pus. It's not a sty.
I can tag walls with my chalk balls if I get that.
Well, they're a little bit too small, dude. They're a little bit too small for that. And it's a description. It's a description. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's actual chalk. But trust.
It's like liver spots. It's got nothing to do with your liver. You could just call them liver spots, but they're nothing to do with your fucking liver. It's just a melanin fucking thing, you know.
Well, there is a thing like liver or kidney spots, and that when your liver starts. If your liver starts to metastasize, whatever it is, like when your liver's dying because too much alcohol, or whatever, then it correlates to dark spots appearing on the skin. Like I remember my boss in the first sort of proper job as a barman and waiter. My boss was a rabid alcoholic, man. Like he would come down at 8 o'clock in the morning and just neck straight down a double double gin and tonic or quadruple gin and tonic with a little tiny bit of tonic and quadruple gin, you know. And then he'd pop open a bottle of port and just, you know, sit that way.
Why the fuck would drink port?
He was
That's
a cokehead as well.
nasty
He
shit.
did cocaine to keep. It was good. He was getting good cocaine, and good cocaine will always sober you up, right? It will always sober you up. So he was, yeah. Just, and his skin, man, he was covered in liver spots.
Right.
I just did a Google search on what are chalk balls. Apparently, this is not what I'm looking for, because apparently it says chalk balls are permeable fabric pouches filled with powdered magnesium carbonate by athletes to improve grip and reduce sweat. I'm guessing that's not what we're looking for.
Listen, Charles. This is a name that I remember. It was my mum or my nan. She was the one that coined it. It's not something I've ever read up on. This is something out of like family lore. Right?
Just some
where we knew it in my family. We knew it that you could get little white, like these white. Because I got one once. My sister got one. Like, and Mum just said, "Oh, it's just a little chalk ball, and you can, when they get to a certain point, you can pop them out. You can just like, you know."
They'll come out your teeth.
Pop them out like a blackhead. No,
Yeah,
but like a blackhead though. No, you don't get blackheads on your eyes, dude. You don't get blackheads. No, I don't get blackheads around my eyes.
We call them soap balls.
You get them on your nose, on your nose, on your back and shoulders.
We call them
your back and shoulders, the around the jaw.
Aye, soap balls.
And around the lip line as well. Sometimes around the lip line.
Aye, right from there. Soap. Aye, it's fucking a build up of soap.
But not around the eyes. You don't get because blackheads are built up from grime from the outside. It's not something coming from inside.
Was it grime and oil from your skin?
Yeah.
In a pore. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Whatever
I love squeezing a good blackhead out, man. I fucking love it.
Comes out like a little worm.
I love popping a good zit as well. Like the ones that are a bit painful, and they actually they
like
almost sound like they do go crack when they and then there's instant relief. Relief afterwards. It's like, oh yeah, fuck.
I have to be honest.
There's always a little bit of blood, you know.
No, I have to be honest. I don't like fucking pimples when there's no head. Where there's a pimple.
Oh no! The ones that are just painful, but you can't squeeze it. Yeah.
And you're like you're trying to fucking pop it, and you can't because there's no fucking head.
Yeah, and then you find out it's an abscess.
Yep.
Fuck that. Wow! This conversation has just gone round in incredible arc.
That thing is, I don't know if you can see it on my jaw. I've got a slight abscess fucking can here. I tried to pull me took me back tooth out with a pair of pliers the other day and fucking like cut me gum. So further up my jawline, there's like a fucking abscess where I thought it was actually in the tooth. So I've been squeezing all the shite out, the last couple of days. Oh, it's fucking nasty, like, but shit happens,
Why don't you come that wind's terrible, man.
Sorry,
why don't you come and join us, Patrick? Paddy boy, why don't you come and fucking join us? You cunt. And Marlene, good to see you. How you doing?
Hi, everybody. Sorry if the wind's bad. It's just as blowing air from the south to the north.
On the plus side, the wind is moving, and apparently it's really hot there at the moment. So this is good.
Right. This is actually the first real fucking heat wave that's lasted an actual significant length of time. Like the last time this happened was back in the 80s, I think.
It's a while ago,
we might. It didn't happen. I don't remember it happening in the 90s. I remember it happening in the 80s, where it was just like it was 28.
Been all right here. Like,
yeah, but it's still been like 28 degrees or something, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been fucking lovely. I mean, the only problem is I mean, as much as I can on about, we can on about the clouds and that, it needs a bit of fucking rain because everything's dried out.
Right. I've already said it. I don't know. I haven't really made a video about it, but I've said it. That as much as this whole geoengineering thing pisses me off, there's been a few times when these seeded clouds have actually made the walk to work a little bit more pleasant, because I would have been sweating my fucking tits off if it hadn't been a little bit cloudy.
I know, it's an annoyance, isn't it?
You know, it's like, yeah, I can't. Do you know what? They've changed the weather here. They've changed the weather here, and it's unpredictable and stuff. But it's more comfortable.
It's really hot, but we need water. Congratulations, you just became an Aussie. Okay.
Well, the thing is,
that's how our summers are.
Right here at the minute, right, the cherries were supposed to be fucking ripe to pick, whereas they're all fucking dead and dried out. Whereas they wouldn't have been if it would have had a bit of rain lately. Well, haven't.
Yeah. Do you know what? Rox found in her back garden. She's got a load of blackberries.
That was just what I was going to say before. They're coming through now, but they're drying out quick. Whereas they should be just coming to fruition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. They're not having the time to ripen.
They're not fucking. They're not getting.
They're coming out and they're green and red and drying out.
And then just
that
gone.
Green red straight.
But they're all at different fucking sort of stages. They're not all like sort of coming out together like they should be. They're all like individually sort of popping at fucking different times, so you can't really pick fuck out.
Yeah.
It's a fucking nightmare. I mean, see that right there in front of us? That's a massive fucking apple tree there. Pink ladies, they call it. Now, normally
I like pink ladies.
The proper juicy as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, people call them crab apples, but I don't think they're all like.
Crab apples are small.
Well, that's what I always thought, you know. Crab apples are tiny and they're fucking
Crab apples are tiny.
Yeah,
pink ladies are quite big.
I mean,
pink ladies are quite big and really juicy. Like Brayburns. My favourite's Brayburn.
Hang on a sec. Aren't crab apples fucking like horse shit?
No, crab apples are nice.
Wrong about this.
Yeah, but I fucking like them anyway, you know. Apples are just fucking apples to me, whether it's called crab or
they're alright if you cook them, aren't they? You can cook them.
Aye, they are. And whether they're fucking they're nasty to eat, you can squish them in the cider. So
it's like
it just depends on the iron content, and that's the thing. When they're small, it's more condensed, you know, and more intense. So it just depends on your palate. I mean, these are looking fucking beautiful, really, but they should be fucking like nice by now. 2 seconds, I'll go what off.
I'll tell you what, it's not. Although it's not good for the microphone, it is nice for you guys that there is a breeze.
Really? I mean, they should be ripened.
They're not as
big as what they should be. No, they should be bigger than what they are.
Right, they do look like a crab apple size. They don't look like pink ladies.
But once they get into fruition, because my old Ola that's in my back garden, my apple tree, is the same as what that is.
Do you water it?
Well, my Ola, yeah. All the time.
Where have you gone, Sasquatch?
He's got to roll up.
I was in a private chat. I might be him actually. My wife is up. This might take a minute. Right. No worries. No worries, man.
Hold on, just look, see what we've got here.
Pink ladies are GMO.
GMO?
I don't know about that. I only know about pink ladies because I've had them here, right? And you can't get Brayburns, so pink ladies they're one of the closest things to Brayburn.
Pink lady, them are not GMO. That has been here for as long as I can remember.
Those look like Cox's apples. It's really windy there, man. It's
Sorry,
really.
no.
Those look like crab apples.
Well, that's what folks say, but like I say, when they come to like to fruit, they're exactly the same as the ones I've got on the tree, and they're fucking beautiful. They are. They're really juicy as fuck.
Yeah, and they're really nice flavour as well. It's quite. They can be quite. They can
But
be
very
quite
refreshing, you know.
tart. It's like a bit sharp. Like they can make you sort of go, whew, but it's he's gone. Where he gone? Maybe his battery went. I reckon his battery went. Right. Back
Sorry,
again.
but I pressed the wrong fucking button. Honestly, it's fucking hopeless, the bastard phone.
So yeah, I remember, right, my a friend of the family had those apples growing in their orchard, and we used to go and pick them and eat them, and they were really juicy, but they were quite sharp, right? But it was I liked it. It was nice.
Cheers, well, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a sweet but yet dry sort of flavour, you know.
Yeah, they were dry as well, man. Even though they were juicy, it was like dry wine.
Yeah, well, that's what you are. Well, that's what you actually were looking for. The sort of the balance in between, a nice juicy sort of drink, but a nice dry taste. It's
I was never into dry wine. I liked my wine medium.
No, well, that's why I like a cider.
I didn't mind a nice Pinot Grigio. Chardonnay was a little bit too. Yeah.
She just lied in the middle of the road.
Chardonnay is like the Fosters of wine.
Yeah, I'm not a lover of wine. I love grapes though. Can you see this daft dog just lying in the middle of the road?
Yeah, it's a cul-de-sac, isn't it?
Aye, where we live right at the bottom. Where the horses is right here, aren't they? From the corner. So we live right at the bottom of the street.
She's just sunbathing. She must
Oh,
be
she
baking
waxed.
her bloody tits off.
I only give her a haircut the other day. She still needs another one. Only problem is the shears that I've got, they won't go through her fucking hair.
I had that issue with Alfie and the clippers that I had. Worked perfect on my hair, but didn't work on his because it's so fine. The hair's so
dense.
fine and fucking
Packed together. It just won't go through properly. So I'm going to have to bite the bullet because we're going to the lakes at the beginning of August. Wildlife family. So 3rd of August, there's about 17 of us gone.
That'll be nice, man. It's beautiful.
So it's literally we're going to Windermere, where Ambleside it is. So I've got fishing trips and walking trips and climbing fucking adventures all planned and everything. So they didn't know what's fucking in store for them yet.
There's a little ditty in there somewhere. Fishing chips and walking trips.
Fishing trips, walking trips, and climbing adventures. Take the dogs out the beds.
Playing with me, Mrs. Tits. Fish and chips, walking trips, and playing with me, Mrs. Tits.
Just on the slide.
Everyone likes playing with tits.
Yeah. Oh,
just saying, you know.
I mean, it's one of the reasons we've got you up here, Charles. It's one of the reasons we've got you up here. We like flicking the nipple.
Oh.
I will do more than flick the nipple. I will stop because
I think that one was just way too subtle. I think that one was way too subtle. I'm just implying that you are the nipple, Charles. Darwin. I'm implying that you are the nipple.
Are you trying to touch me, Richie?
Don't be such a fucking nipple. Don't be such a nipple.
He's so sensitive.
Right, you've got to agree with me. It sounds like it should be a good Australian slur. Like, don't be such a fucking nipple.
Don't be such a fucking nipple.
Nipple.
Well, every time fucking someone says something like that, I go, you know what? I feel excited.
You get all
and-
hard.
and-
You
yeah,
get all hard, don't
I
you?
get hard, and I get like very sensitive, and I just want to go and tell me more.
You just want to
Tell me
get
more,
pinched.
you know?
You just want to get pinched.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh, can we stop talking about nipples? I know I started it.
Well, no. I
know I started
like
it, but I just realised that I don't want to. I don't want to think about nipples.
Richie's got his own issues.
And I certainly don't want to think about your nipples.
No.
Oh well, I mean, my nipples. Well, there's lots of hair, so you'll have to go, find them first. But
Are you not manscaped, like? You got to be manscaped. Oh, that hit a dead spot, mine, didn't it? Does he not know what that means?
Look at that hand action that he's doing right there. He's just going back and forth, just hand action.
Right.
Yeah. Did you never do the corkscrew?
Right.
It's yours. I mean, it's. I guess it's all about how much you've got to play with.
Well, I can play a lot with
It's better when a woman does it for you, but
Oh fuck yeah.
Right.
But the corkscrew is still a method. Or the tighten it, unscrewing the lid.
I've never had a chick go and tap the end of it afterwards, but I enjoyed the.
No. Slap on the cheek and shit, but no tapping it on the side of the table. What the fuck are you doing, woman?
I ain't never done that. We have to do it in the pub and just whacked it on the table.
And you were worried about TOS. Well, we're going down that path. We're going down that path. I'm telling you right now.
Council State Topic.
This is going to be awesome.
Right. Here we go.
Oh, and he slaps too. All right, there we go. Ladies.
So 15 minutes ago, OTW said, "Give me 20 minutes." Is he coming over? And is he gonna come and join us?
Well, I'm hoping so. Like I saw what he said in chat. He says, "Oh, I'll be there in 20 minutes." And that was 50 minutes ago. Well, okay, so he's got 5 minutes to go along and get here because
he's got 4 minutes. He's got 4 minutes.
All right. Well, I don't have a fucking I'm not timing stuff, but
Yeah, I mean,
come on, OTW. Just don't bring that fucktard snafu with you. I genuinely don't.
Why?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, look, I like OTW. And I used to go and subscribe to his channel, but he kept bringing up Snafu over and over and over again. Every time I went to his channel, it's like, oh, Snafu's there. It's like, you know what? I can't do a Snafu at all. And I was like, you know what?
I don't know many people that can.
I'm just going to leave, and I unsubscribed and haven't been back since. And I feel bad about that because I do like OTW and his content, but Snafu fucking that retarded cunt breaks my brain. It really does.
Listen, don't please. This is like fucking Beetlejuice. Don't say his name again.
Right.
We don't need him here.
Cool. We will refer to him as the retarded cunt from here on out. Sound fair?
Just didn't reach.
No, we just won't refer to him. We just won't refer anymore. It just doesn't exist. Poof.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Gone.
So, besides OTW and the weather, what else are we going to go and talk about in the meantime?
Whatever.
Where does everybody? Who's paying attention? Who's paying attention to current events? Who is paying attention to current events?
past.
That's. I don't know if you want to go down that path because.
What are current events?
We'll say the recent events with Anne Widdecombe. What's got what
Oh,
like what's got well basically what's going on in the UK, what's going on in America, what's going on in Iran, and what's going on in Israel, and also I guess we can include Ukraine because it's all kind of current, isn't it? That whole big fucking stew bowl full of shit that all goes back to the same little tiny hats, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, I saw earlier today that apparently Mitch McConnell passed away. And
I tell you, we could say
died 10, 20 years ago. But you know, he's a senator who just walks around, stares at people, going, I don't know what I'm. Like,
Mitch McConnell had like multiple strokes. He was not with it anymore, and he might be dead. But like. It's all suspect. The proof of live picture that they put out there could look like it could very well be AI, and yeah.
Well, no.
But the thing is that's all. But that's all
so...
distraction. I think it's all distraction. I think it's just distraction, right? You've also got Lindsey Graham, right? Lindsey Graham. The whole thing about his death. Was it Israel? Was it Israel or was it Iran?
Yeah, no. People were saying that apparently he went to the Ukraine. He was working on some sort of deal.
Yeah, but no, we know what happened, dude. We know what happened.
And he passed away. And people
right,
saying,
and who did it? Who did it? Who did it? Was it Russia?
Was it Mossad?
Did Russia do it?
Russia? Was it? Yeah.
Israel wouldn't have done it, but it wouldn't have been Mossad because he was best friends with Bibi. Him and Bibi used to bump butts and more. I swear they fucked each other. Absolutely, they were in bed together. Right.
Well, I mean, Lindsey Graham was what do you call him? He
gay.
Was a no, he was
closet homosexual.
No, there's a term for it. He was
warmonger. Warhawk.
No, he was a confirmed bachelor. No, he was a confirmed bachelor.
No, he was a confirmed cunt. What he was a confirmed cunt. Right. And here we go. OTW has entered the studio.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, buddy?
OTW, how you going, dude? Long time no see.
Yeah. I was live yesterday. Could have seen you then.
But I don't go there anymore because there's someone that you have on panel on a regular basis that I don't like at all, and I cannot tolerate their bullshit.
Dude, I go live once a month, and I haven't had snafu on my panel for like maybe 3 or 4 months now.
Oh well, in that case, I'll resubscribe.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of tired of the loop. You know, he's like,
yep.
He loops shit from 3 years ago. So I'm at one point I'm like kind of done.
That's you know, like he's either he might be J-Trig, you know. He might be a J-Trig.
What's that?
What is a J-Trig?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, and I have some images I can show because we talked about this recently. Basically, somebody that has been employed is being employed by the system instead of going to prison. Why don't you do this for us? Here we go.
Sounds like an agent to me.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, 100%. Share screen. There we go. So, online personas and false identities, creating fake profiles and identities to blend in, build trust and steer conversations, manipulating online discussions, inserting, steering or shaping discussions across forums, blogs and social media, disinformation and misinformation, spreading or planting false or misleading information to influence perceptions, targeting and exploiting vulnerabilities, identifying targets, understanding audiences and exploiting weaknesses, measuring impact, monitoring responses, measuring influence, and adjusting tactics. It's all psychological operations from the cyber divisions of the Ministry of Defence.
Well.
If they're doing it in the UK, they're doing it in America as well. And he strikes me as the sort of person that might, like I've always said, those that scream the loudest have the dirtiest hands.
That's true.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying the dirty in the same, like, I'm not saying that what he's doing is projecting that exact behaviour. I'm not suggesting that for a second, but I'm saying that he is not he's not an upstanding member of society. So he's projecting that side of himself, right? He's dishonest, deceptive, and devious. And manipulative. And it's that's being projected. Wow, silence.
Yeah,
what's up,
silence.
Dr. E?
What can be said?
Is it because I've basically struck a chord and you're all sat there thinking, or like, should I shut up?
Like that's something that's always been in the back of my mind. You know, it's but you know, once I've kind of like realized that there was something like that going on, I started kind of using it. You know what I mean? To my advantage, instead of being manipulated by, I was using the manipulator to like kind of like a weapon, you know. I don't know.
I guess I'm
crazy like that
because my own ego still it's still work in progress, right? So my own ego is not very good in the end after too much exposure to certain egos, right? My ego after a while can't sit down and be cool and just take a back seat and laugh and what. After a while, my ego has to stand up and start mouthing off, and I don't like getting into those situations because if it's got to that point, then that means that in real life I wouldn't be speaking.
No, Richie, we like your ego, and that's why we fucking hang out here with you because you're a decent dude. Okay, your ego, you can question your ego if you want to. I keep it on a leash.
I try and keep it on a leash, basically. I try. I've got a big ego. I wouldn't get up on stage if I didn't have a big ego, right?
Well, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'll pay that, but we still like you, dude. And,
we should stop talking about how
ego
is a trigger word, right? Ego is a trigger word because some people take it as if you say somebody's got an ego, then that instantly what you're saying is that they are egotistical. But that's not what I'm just saying, like we have the ego and the id, right? The fucking it's a recognized part of the human condition that we have an ego that thinks that it is, right? It's when you're in that aspect of yourself, because it's like there's different versions. There's a different version of Charles, right? There's Charles when he's on the panel. There's Charles while he's down the pub. There's Charles when he's sat at his mum's. And there's Charles when he's got some dickhead giving it some in the street.
And then there's Charles in the chat.
Charles.
Yeah, there's also Charles in the chat.
Let's break it down.
Charles in the chat. Actually, I don't see any expletives really coming from Charles in the chat.
Well,
that's the interesting thing.
That's because I'm lazy and I can't type expletives in chat.
Yeah,
But
I know, but look at what happens as a result. As a result, you
What?
come across as actually a fairly decent, measured, normal human being. And then when you come up on the stage, on the panel, everybody's like trying to filter out the words that mean anything out of all the fucking fuckety fucks, right?
I haven't heard him swear that much.
you-
today.
you- you- you
No,
actually-
I
you
know
actually-
he's been
you-
really good.
You missed the fuck and a couple of cunts in that fucking.
Oh, yeah,
sentence
yeah.
You said, so, you know,
They slipped right by me. I didn't see them at all.
Australians, Scottish, Irish, all it's like cunt means something else. There, it doesn't.
Yeah,
have
it's
the same
supposed to be
impact.
like almost a
Doesn't
good
have
thing.
the same impact. Yeah, well, no, it can be used either. It's like the word fuck. It can be used in so many different. Well, actually, not so many different ways, but somebody can be a cunt.
Well, you could have.
What you're saying is that fucking us Aussies we make our swear words work for their fucking dinner. Okay, so
No,
you can go and say someone's a fuckwit. You can say someone's a cunt. We have so many different variations of those words that unless you actually know what we're talking about, it still sounds bad to anyone who doesn't understand what we're talking about. But we fucking really make our swear words work really hard. So you're a good cunt, you're a bad cunt, you're a stupid cunt, you're a fucking cunt, and it goes on.
It's all about the
Yeah.
situation, right? It's all about in context. In what context is it? So if you're saying it quite angrily and you're frowning and you're making aggressive movements and you say you fucking cunt, it doesn't mean the same as you stand in the bar and laughing and chucking somebody in the shoulder and saying, you silly cunt.
Yeah, there is context. I agree with that. Unfortunately, people these days are.
You know what that's nuance. It's nuance.
How do I put this? Like people when you're talking with your friends in a bar, I will say things to my friends where they laugh and they think it's awesome, it's great. But if you're some random fuckhead that turns up and you cause issues, I'm going to say the exact same words to you, and it's a completely
in a different
issue.
way.
And then we're going to have fucking a bit of a problem. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, there we go, and we're back into being men.
We are men. Where's my spear? Where's that woolly mammoth? I'm gonna barbecue that motherfucker.
OTW.
Stuff, yeah.
Well, have you been keeping your eye on current events? Because I asked this question.
Not
to the lads
that
and
well.
they were
Look,
just like,
a little bit. Like what the diarrhea lettuce, and then there's the
yeah, that was funny.
and there's a
it's not the lettuce though, is it? It's the water.
It's the water?
Yeah, it's in the water. I've seen a report that it's in the water, so it's the water that they've put on the lettuce. It's not the actual lettuce.
Huh.
Yeah,
Because they were saying it was Taco Bell, but then it was like, no, it's not Taco Bell, it's whoever they bought the lettuce from.
Well, I caught whatever that diarrhea lettuce thing it was. I don't know if it was because I ate lettuce or water. I don't know what it is, but it's like just today I started.
Is it explosive? Is it actually explosive?
What do you mean explosive? No.
It's been reported as explosive diarrhea.
Is anyone other than your bunghole injured?
No, my bumhole's not injured, but it hasn't affected me. I guess like everybody else, I've just been like,
dash in the toilet.
It's kind of just.
I have the worst image.
Hold on a second, Charles. It's kind of like it's very soft. Let's say I don't know how to explain. It's like it's mush. That comes out.
You've just got loose. You've just got loose poos. Right? My mum used to call it loose poos. You got loose poos, right? It's just coming out, and it's.
Yeah, but I got little tummy aches for over like a week now, and I've been shitting like soft.
you had a close shave, or your body's just like set up nice and dealt with it.
You don't know the OTW line historically has survivors, sir. These guys, they lived out in the Canadian hinterlands and ate whatever happened to fall from the sky during the next lightning strike or wildfire. I mean, this is a vast, wild northern hemisphere. This man.
Yeah, and speaking of wildfires, we've got a bunch of them, in the past week that just lit up all at the same time, coincidentally.
To
Y'all
paraphrase,
have an
no,
election happening anytime
to paraphrase fucking Crocodile Dundee, that's not a fire. This is a fire. Jesus Christ! I mean, you guys go,
All right,
my God,
Crocodile
it's like,
Dundee.
It's like really hot, and there's smoke and stuff like. No,
you do realize that it's only like Gen X and boomers that know who Crocodile Dundee is, right? Like all of the other people.
Also,
that's
fire, right?
So.
Fire. The maximum temperature that a fire can reach is dictated by the fuel that is burning, right?
Yeah, it's just burning Canadians. And how much fuel can they possibly provide?
Well, in Canada, it's going to be pine, isn't it? It's going to be a lot of pine.
Actually, the thing that burns the most. Hold on a second. The
Canada?
thing that burns the most is cedar. So if there was a lot of cedar in those areas.
Richie,
that
did you
when
just
the
say
cedar
Canada?
flames start, hold on a second. When the cedar flames start like burning, it's like 3 times or 4 times the flame that you would have any other piece of wood or leaf or whatever. It's like those cedar plants, man. They could be combustible. You can make fuel out of that. You know what I'm saying? That's how powerful it is.
Sap, right?
Yeah,
because of the sap.
Yeah,
do that,
in the
do that
leaves,
with the-
right? It's very like.
Do that with the fucking gum tree.
I was even thinking of making fuel out of cedar leaves, man. I have so many cedars here.
Eucalyptus burns really fucking fierce, and right, but it doesn't matter. The whole point is, the fire temperature will reach a maximum.
Dude,
right?
first of all,
so you can say, "Yeah, my fire's hotter than yours."
No.
Right, I would say that you might feel the heat of the fire more in Australia because it's a hotter country. It's already hot, so
probably,
more
yeah.
fire makes you feel hot. And in Canada, it's Canada, Charles, because that's what it's fucking called. I'm not going along with this whole Canada bullshit. It's called Canada. That's why they're Canadians. All right.
That's why they apologize to everyone, sir, and they should.
I'm laughing my ass off right now, Canada.
Well, actually, it's been turned to. It's now called China.
Well,
I don't know if Canada is fucking China just yet. I mean, we have issues here in Australia where we have immigrants moving in who are.
Oh yeah.
We're getting just as bad as
Where
Canada.
are they boat over from? Are they
I always thought Australia was worse than Canada.
So isn't it interesting that in Fallout? Hang on a sec. Isn't it interesting that in Fallout, in the second season of the TV version of Fallout, right, the enemy that they're fighting, the commies that they're fighting, are actually Chinese coming from Canada.
There you go. I see. I know these things, man. It's like I have my third eye is open, man. I see the truth. I can't help myself. Thank you, Richie, for was it bias confirmation? Yeah. Thank you very much. That's like you just did it for me.
My bad. I meant to close that on my way out.
So anyway, I can't remember what I was saying.
I've now closed.
You were talking about Fallout and saying that it was Chinese from Canada.
We were talking about. We were talking about something else. There was a reason for me to bring Canada into it, right? There was a reason for me to bring Canada into it.
Well, because I mentioned that it was turning into China, and Charles says no way.
Canada is going to change its name to CPR, the Canadian People's Republic.
Haven't they already done that?
I don't think they're going to be interested.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Justin Trudeau fucking tried to go and do that when he was in charge. I don't know about the new guy who's also just as bad, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
Canada-
he's even worse. He's
Well,
they gave us the worst
That's
version.
like England. That's like England with Keir Starmer, and now they've got fucking Andy Burnham or whatever his name is. People thinking that Andy Burnham's going to be better than
fuck
Keir
do
Starmer.
people in UK fucking not go and have the option to go and vote the government out? Last I heard, apparently it's 2029 is when they can go and vote for another general election to go and get rid of the government they currently have. And this has been the same fucking thing they've had for the last 3-4 years beforehand. It's like,
what were we just saying that 9 people would just suddenly duck out of the conversation, out of listening to the conversation? What is it that we were saying that would make 9 people suddenly just go, boom, fuck off?
Well, we could go back. We could go back to talking about nipples, which I'm a fan of, but I have no idea.
How many nipples do you have, Darwin?
If 9 people just popped out and left, well, okay, fair enough. I mean,
yeah, I'll tell you what it was. It was the 9 agents, and they've all panicked for some reason, and because we've just exposed all their secrets.
Must be OTW. He cracked the code, and now they're coming to get him.
Oh man. No. So anyway, yeah, we'll go back to the original question about how much attention OCW is paying to current events. I just want to hear people's opinions about Iran and shit, and
Iran.
Look, and what's going on in Israel.
Well, no, look. In fairness, I have no issue with Iran. I do have an issue with the IRGC. The IRGC can go fuck themselves sideways. They're dirty, disgusting people who should fucking die badly. But that's just me. Otherwise, the Iranian people are fucking fine.
Have you actually been at the end of whatever it is that you said, or is this just from what you've seen and heard?
This is what I'm seeing, and this is what I understand about stuff. Yes, every so often I pay attention to things, and Iran was an awesome fucking country up until 1979 when the fucking mad muzzahs and the fucking crazy people fucking took over. That was 47 years ago, and now the entire place is destabilized because fucking you have dumb cunts doing dumb shit on a regular basis.
Because what happened was they tried to instigate a revolution, a coup, and the people that they empowered to do that didn't do what they thought they were going to do.
Yeah, well, that was the funny part, because apparently they had feminists back in the 1970s and they supported the revolution. How did that work out, ladies? How did that work out for you?
Hang on. And this is where I lean, right? Doesn't matter what narrative we've been given, they're all tainted narratives. None of them actually portrays what has really happened. Because if people were to know what has actually really going on and what has really happened, there'd be a little bit more uproar than there is, right?
Of course.
Yeah. And if for me to say what I think is really going on would just end up me getting labelled as a certain, hater. I'll just be a hater, and also it's me that's saying it. So like, I'm just a nut job. I'm a nobody, nothing. So why should anybody fucking listen to what my opinion is about what's going on in the Middle East, which is something that all I know about is what I've been able to skim off the internet.
Making definitive statements about various diseases and illnesses throughout this one stream. That's clearly questionable ethics.
Say that again.
I said, I've already clipped you. I'm joking. I was fucking with you, dude. I said, I've already clipped you at least 4 times mentioning 4 different medical conditions that you've made a definitive statement about, and that's clearly medical questionable ethics.
Because I'm not a qualified physician, so that's a good point to actually just. Wait,
are you telling me I should take medical advice from a guy on YouTube?
No. Do you know what? Right. What I've always said is.
So what else am I supposed to do?
We're sharing opinions here, and only an idiot would take legal, financial, medical, or parental advice from a random YouTube creator, let alone this one. Don't.
But I thought you were the arbiter of all things real.
No,
if you need advice on any of these things, please contact a professional. Okay? And also, this channel is restricted to people that are over 18. It's not suitable for anybody under 18.
Oh, my God, I've got him twigging out. I'm sorry, dude. I was just messing with you.
No, I know, mate. I'm not.
This is only for entertainment purposes. Wink, wink.
Right, and that's why the box, it says in my thing, what category is this? It's entertainment.
Wink, yep.
This is entertainment. My third eye's winking. Not the one in my forehead.
Hang on, you have a third eye. No, hang on, whoa, pause. You have a third eye that winks, Richie.
Yeah,
this is not the channel to go and do that. Okay. You know,
I'm a little perturbed that was a pause for you. I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I'm worried because now I have Richie's third eye in my head, and that's not a good thing. That's
All right,
not
so
a
you
good
need to
thing
return that immediately. Richie's been looking for it for weeks. I don't know why you have it. Stop it.
I'm a bad person. I know.
Obviously, you stole this man's third eye. I mean, this is worse than Rocky.
I mean, the thing is, there's two.
So wrong. This is getting so wrong. Sasquatch, stop fucking messing with my brain, dude. This is pause.
I don't have anything handy to play with right now. It's the easiest toy I can find. Hey, OTW, how you doing, bud?
Hey.
Hang on
I
a
am
second.
doing so good. I'm doing
Who was
so
it that
good.
said that?
That was Fat Albert.
How good was fucking Fat Albert back in the day? You don't get fucking TV shows like that anymore. You know, you also don't get TV shows like fucking The Jetsons, which was fucking awesome. And we thought, oh yeah, robots are gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah, no, not really.
I prefer Top Cat to The Jetsons.
Did you ever notice that Rosie sounded an awful lot like a Harley Quinn?
Harley Quinn, right? I've got a little soft spot for Harley Quinn.
I think everybody's got a hard spot for that bitch. Don't be messing with me. You know, the biggest miss in Hollywood history was the fact that what's Rob Zombie's wife's name? Moonflower or some goddamn shit like that. That she never played.
Moonflower? Really? That's his wife's name is Moonflower?
I don't remember. It's something like that. It's like freaking Moonlight, freaking Jasmine or something. I can't remember her name. Some hippy dippy bullshit. But she played a character in House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects that all it needs is a pair of American flag booty shorts and a freaking big inflatable bat. She is Harley Quinn. It is the biggest miss in cinema history that woman never did anything with the Harley Quinn role. Because I'd love to hear it.
What interests me?
Sorry, go ahead.
What interests me is like why that sort of character is so attractive to some people, right? To a lot of guys, right? But like my ex-girlfriends, some of them, like a couple of them.
Have you not met fucking women these days? Like they're fucking insane. So Harley Quinn is pretty much
socially
fucking
programmed. They're socially programmed to be, kind of insane. But my ex-wife was a bit of a Harley Quinn, but just more depressed. Right, she wasn't as fun as Harley Quinn. In the bedroom, she was, but not in real life.
But she was your wife, so that's fair enough. The average dude on the street, he meets a girl, he thinks, oh, she seems nice. It turns out she's completely fucking totally insane and does some really fucking whacked out shit. And you think, geez, you know what? I kind of want to fucking get one of those fucking sex bots that the Chinese are making right now, because women are fucking insane. They are literally fucking off tap. So
My wife's already on a waiting list for one of those.
tell me how it goes. Tell me how it goes, and if you don't like it, send it.
Told her if you can't make a biscuit, I'm not interested.
No. Tell me, Sasquatch, if you've got a wait list on that and it doesn't work for you, send it to me, and I'll go along and I'll give it a good home. All right, because
Are you asking for my used sex bot, sir?
I have Dettol and I have
No,
stuff to go.
maybe he's just really hoping that you haven't used it yet.
Imagine that, starting to see sex box, use sex bots on
There's
marketplace on
God.
Facebook. That would be funny.
Actually, no. There's actually apparently I think it was in
Buy my
Belgium.
second-hand flashlight.
Apparently, I think it's in Belgium. I'm not entirely sure about what the country is, but I think it's Belgium where they have a brothel with sex bots, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, dudes are going there to go along and shag a robot.
It's probably a loophole with the prostitution laws or something.
Look, I thought fucking how bad does your life have to be that you work in a brothel and you have to go and clean the fucking robot after someone has done?
My
Well,
God.
listen,
Well, there must be a
dude.
room with a hose,
Dude.
you know, and you hose it down.
There are plenty. I've heard the stories that these parties that P Diddy and Epstein and Ghislaine and all that, these parties that they like to go to, that are individuals that are there basically in gimp suits, and they're not even employed. This is like their first initiation into the group, to go around and lick the floor clean afterwards.
That sounds like
So there's some really twisted people. There's some people out there that will do all kinds of really depraved shit, man.
That sounds like the Fabian Society would go and do. I mean, those people are fucking weird. You know,
well, it's part of a natural cycle of the human condition that there's always going to be a certain group of people.
Aren't you?
Eh?
You're thinking the tail end of the Roman Empire when the wine got really sweet and the lead got really thick in the pipes, and they were out there doing like full bacchanalias.
Right, but
a lot of people
100 years ago
it's not just a little drinking party.
No, but it's also 100 years ago. It was, it was behavior that was encouraged by a certain demographic, right? A minority that was promoting it. So I do believe that maybe that aspect of ancient life has been exaggerated to us because of, certain agendas that they have to destabilize the moral fabric of society. Oh no, but it's okay because we all used to be a bunch of fucking depraved perverts back in the day. Back in the Greek days, men used to have sex with each other and it wasn't frowned upon. Right.
Well, I suppose if you're Spartan, fair enough, but otherwise, no, that's wrong on so many levels.
Oh, if you're Spartan, fair enough, because you're a tough bastard that can kill people, so that's okay if you take it up the ass or give it up the ass to another man.
Well,
if you're Spartan, that's okay.
No, correct me if I'm wrong. Fucking Spartans, they would fight for their family, but they would die for their lover, and their lover was like another fucking dude that they were, fighting with. I could be wrong about this.
Right, but the term lover, right. So in modern society, that phrase has been turned into a sexual thing. But what if back in those days it was a different definition of love, right? The Marines, right? The Marines and the fucking special forces and men that depend on each other, they absolutely entrust their life and their team in the other, the brothers in their team, right? The love that those guys have for each other is a I'm not. I don't think that all
No.
fucking special core
No,
special
no.
Practically unconditional
are gay,
would be-
but they love each other, man.
I see where you're going with that, dude. Because fucking once upon a time I was a soldier.
Because if you love, you will do anything to protect the things that you love, and that's they don't mind you. They want you need to want to protect the men that you're around, right?
How I fucking the relationship that I had with people that I worked with, I would take a fucking bullet for any one of them at any fucking time, in any fucking instance whatsoever. But I see where you're going with that, where the term love has changed and it's kind of become dirty.
What they've done is they've conflated love with lust. Right? It's like in Arrested Development. What's his name's talking to his brother, his dopey brother, and he's saying, have you ever loved? Do you love her? Do you know what love is? And he's like, yeah, of course I do. My dick gets hard, basically because my dick gets hard, it means I love her. Hey, here we go, boy.
Good.
Right, but there are some guys that what's up, boy? Good to see you, buddy.
Oh.
Hey, boy.
Who's dropped?
Did
We've lost Sass.
Did I expel the Yeti?
Sass did say that he had about 10 minutes and he had to go. So Sass has just done a former Voy and not bothered with the goodbyes and just backed out quickly. Made a swift exit out the back door just as Voy joins us. Good to see you, man.
Did a Voy on me.
Sasquatch did.
And it was just as I was about to play this as well.
I come here for a fucking shootout, right? A proper shootout with some proper men. Like Colonel Custer and Geronimo. Have you ever heard of them? No. Because you were too busy in your pinny baking fucking fairy cakes, weren't you?
That's a good
That
movie.
was hard to understand. But hello, Richie, Charles,
What's up,
OT.
buddy?
Been a while.
Hey, boy, how you going, dude?
Well,
yeah, no,
we've only been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and it actually feels like I've been not in a bad way. That I've been sat here for 4 hours, but I wouldn't have been surprised if I looked up at the clock, and it had said that we'd been going for 4 hours. That wouldn't have surprised me. It's not, but not in a bad way.
No, I hear you.
Right?
That happens. Yeah.
And it's cool actually because it's like, oh, cool, man. We've only been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's all right. My brain won't be too fried. Listen, one thing I've noticed where I don't do streams all the time, and the streams that I was doing got less and less. One thing I did not notice is that doing a 6, 7, 8 hour stream, absolutely fucking drains everything out of me.
Yeah, it does,
Like,
man.
Afterwards, I'm just like, oh, I just feel bleh, And,
Bleh.
Yeah, and it's incredible how much.
It's also because there's no real break, right? I mean, there's no 15-minute break, no half-hour break. You just have to, there might be like
Well, it's not even have to. It's just that you just keep going. Like you just keep going, and like maybe there'll be a little 15-minute break. Like, and actually, I might make some coffee. In a second, I might make some coffee. But you guys can keep talking. See,
right? Yes, we can.
I can do that. Richie, go make a coffee.
Yeah, boy.
Me, Voy, and OTW will go and hold the fort whilst you go and get some caffeine into.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh, I'm not your dad, man. Like I'm just being nice.
Don't tell me what to do, man.
Fuck off. It's such a lovely pair of words.
Just give the guy a break.
So, yeah, boy, have you been paying attention to what's going on? in current events and geopolitics and shit.
Oh man, too much.
We
That's why I'm
know it. We know it's all theatre, right? Bearing in mind, I know that you know it's all theatre, but have you still been watching just for for shits and giggles, to see what they're telling people, and particularly what alternative media is telling people?
kinda. I just watched this clip that Putin got gifted a lot of dogs by world leaders, and I was like, oh, I never heard that one. Instead of a gift, give somebody a dog. It's not a very uncommon gift, right? So that's the latest that I've seen about that.
It's quite interesting. Why would they? I wonder if there's some sort of fucking esoteric meaning behind that.
Well, the video talks about it. Yeah. Should I look it up? Give me a second.
What were they different breeds, or were they all the same breed?
No, they were like all kind of special breeds and different breeds. Yeah.
We're gonna use the dogs in Ukraine.
Right? Listen. Maybe that is why different breeds of dogs actually exist, and we've got all these fancy toy poodles and chihuahuas and they're different breeds of dog, that were gifted because nobody else had these. It was a special gift between nations, right? And also a sign of, look what we can do. We have designed this fucking chihuahua. What's the point? Well, it's cute, isn't it? Yeah, but it's annoying. Yeah, but it's really cute. And look how much. Look, it thinks it's a Doberman. We've created this tiny little rat-like dog that actually thinks it's a Doberman. You could put this thing up against a lion, and it wouldn't fucking care, right? But unfortunately, they're not honey badgers, so they're not going to survive, obviously. But it doesn't stop them.
Richie, hold me for a second in chat.
You're really muffled there, mate. Didn't understand any of that.
Richie, mod me for a sec in chat so I can drop a link.
You can just drop it in the back, and I can drop it in the private chat.
That sounds fair. Give me 2 secs. Where are we? Link.
Yeah, that's about the Putin and the dogs. It's I thought I saw like most of the clip. I didn't see the end of it, but I thought it was interesting. So because you asked like, are you being entertained by the whole theater? And I was like, oh yeah. Well, I mean, I thought that this was maybe an interesting clip. I don't know about if you're able to show it though. Maybe it's a very strict channel. I don't know.
The elite file, we'll play it back at 1.5.
You got it?
I've got the one about the dogs.
Yeah,
I've got your man attacked by dogs in Sydney.
Yep. Yeah.
So is it graphic?
Yeah. No. So this dude, there was 2 women who are they're dog walkers or something. They were doing their job, and apparently this guy jumped out of the bushes and tried to go and grab one of them. And this is what happened next, where the dogs turned around and said, yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. We're going to fucking bite your fucking ankles. And he ran away a lot.
Yeah.
So,
well, we'll just when you mentioned first.
So when you mentioned that Putin just got a couple of dogs, I thought this was kind of pertinent.
Well, I mean, one thing I was thinking was, I wonder if they're AI dogs, or they've put fucking neurochips in them or something, and they're going to get them all to attack them. They're gonna,
now you're talking about some Mission Impossible Fast and Furious
remote-controlled dogs. Yeah, but listen, that Mission Impossible's right. The stuff about the masks in Mission Impossible, that's not wrong. They do have masks that are actually that fucking good. Like...
Yeah, no, but I'm sure that
what do a rare Kyrgyz hound, Japanese Akita, and a formidable Turkmen alibi have in common? They are not merely.
Who was that guy that he looked like what's his name, Jim Carrey? He was in France picking up an award or something, and it turns out that he actually had like a face mask type thing, like the whole Mission Impossible type thing. And everyone said, "Is that Jim Carrey?" And he didn't sound like Jim Carrey. But it turns out that he's like a bit of a pest on the international stage.
What do a rare Kyrgyz hound, a Japanese Akita, and a formidable Turkmen alibi have in common?
Oh, a Japanese Akita. They're actually on the dangerous dogs list.
They are not merely dogs, they are diplomatic gifts to one of the most scrutinized leaders of our time. Vladimir Putin's private kennel tells a story not of affection alone, but of influence, legacy, and deeper intent. By the end of this film, the boundary between loyalty and symbolism may no longer be clear. In this video, we'll talk about the dogs living at the president's private residence. The dogs that help guard both his palace and the president himself. If you love animals, be sure to subscribe to our channel and share your opinion in the comments. And now, let's begin. Throughout history, dogs have...
We'll just pause it for a bit of...
yeah, I'm just like, well, this is weird. And why are they pushing this bullshit propaganda onto the masses? What is the goal? Oh, they want to have the population endear themselves to the president. So if he gets dogs, that means that he has a heart, right, or something like that.
Yeah,
he likes animals.
Well, if he has a private kennel, right? He has a private kennel. That's not like having a pet, right? That's having a kennel. So it's like having a zoo, right?
There's always a goal. You have to work out what the goal is and why people are telling you fucking this.
No. Is that what? Really?
That's
I didn't realise that. I thought we were supposed to buy this at face value.
So did I.
Shit,
now
man.
you just like pop my bubble.
Oh my
Charles.
God! Thank God for Charles Darwin. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Thank the Lord, Dios mío. Oh, mamma mia.
Praise
that's why I thought that this clip might have been interesting, but
you guys are hurting my feelings.
Totally agreed.
Have stood beside rulers as guardians, as warriors, as emblems. They protect, they serve. And when gifted between heads of state, they speak a silent language of trust, heritage, and alignment. In Putin's case, each dog represents far more than companionship. Each carries the weight of centuries, shaped by bloodlines, bred for endurance, and wrapped in quiet symbolism.
I would have been like, get your fucking hand off the scruff of the neck of my dog, you cunt. Picking it up like that. I don't...
2019. The president of Kyrgyzstan presents Putin with a 6-month-old Tajgan, a breed few outside Central Asia have seen. Ancient, swift. Bred to hunt at high altitudes, the Tajgan races across mountain slopes at 60 kilometers per hour. Fewer than 1,000 remain. The gift was not casual. It was heritage, wrapped in muscle and instinct. I had a Tajgan growing up. Nothing faster, nothing prouder. Just weeks earlier, another gift arrived. Pasha, a Sharplaninak puppy from Serbia. Once protected behind Yugoslav borders, the breed was barred from export for decades. Calm yet alert, these Balkan guardians form lifelong bonds with one person. Accepting Pasha meant more than optics. It was an invitation into loyalty forged over centuries.
Most of these breeds are very unusual breeds, right? I never.
They're not very common. They're not common breeds. They're
right?
They're fewer. Yeah, there's like maybe 1,000 or something of them on. There's not very many of them. Then and they're not. And exporting them is not something that is easy.
So, right? well, hang on. Question. It said that the dog has like a lifelong bond with one person, and I'm guessing Putin doesn't have a lot of time to go and take the dog out for a walk, you know. And apparently he's got like a lot of dogs. So who the fuck is looking after
the chances
that
that it's him that is the person that they're loyal to is very slim. It's going to be the Putin will have trainers. So each one of those dogs will have either there'll be one trainer or a couple of trainers.
Maybe he has like 30 dogs or 31 dogs, and he has like one dog for every day of the month, right?
Maybe, or maybe he's got maybe he's got a secret spot where he's keeping chickens and goats and sheep and stuff, and he's got one little dogs that are just out there guarding all the the livestock that he's got, and he's got another set that are guarding his gold, and he's got another set of dogs that are I don't know. Fucking, I don't even know that Putin gave a shit about dogs.
No, look,
I don't personally. I don't think that Putin's heartless. I personally, actually, I don't mind Putin. I think, like, there's a lot we don't know. But out of all the leaders of the world, right, I give Putin a similar amount of respect as I give to the Iranian fucking government over, like, they're better than any of our leaders.
They absolutely, I absolutely hear you, Richie. That they come out with the most integrity. They appear to be
the most measured, and like they seem to actually be more stoic, way more stoic than fucking any of our leaders, man.
Well, hang on.
Like Trump is just a fucking joke.
Oh yeah,
mate.
I'm not a fan of Trump. I get you on that one, but the question I have though is that dog. They said that dog. It has like a lifelong bond with one person. Clearly, it's not fucking Putin. What happens when the person who's in charge of looking after that dog, I don't know, they fucking die or they get fired?
You can imagine that he's probably that job. You can imagine that job is actually probably pretty well paid, and there'd be no reason for that.
Yeah, but what happens to the dog if that person who's looking after the dog goes away for whatever reason? I'm guaranteeing you that the dog is not going to be real happy.
No, the dog won't be happy, but they'll be.
I'm more concerned about the dog than fucking the person or fucking Putin or anyone else. So, just throwing that way.
He's got so many dogs. He's got so many dogs that if one of the trainers wanted to go away, maybe they'd probably be able to take the dog with them or something. I don't know. But
there's already this ukaz out from Putin that says to all the world leaders, "Don't give me any more dogs. I've got enough now."
Right? I think there's it's a political move, right? It's all part of this, and it's like posturing. It's like fucking.
It's for vote.
Yeah.
Not that he needs any.
Like maybe it's a secret little. Look, we see what's going on and we're with you, man.
Maybe something like that, right? And they, not everybody, did you know that Putin likes dogs, that he has a personal kennel? I didn't, right?
Dude, I didn't know that he rode horses until that picture of him with bare-chested riding up behind a fucking horse.
Right?
And the guy does actually ride. You can see he rides because he's not uncomfortable on the horse.
We thought he tortured people all day long.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Mate, that's the thing.
You guys take the piss out of me for not wearing fucking pants during summer, but you have no issue with fucking Putin riding a horse with a fucking shirt off. I mean, come on, guys, really?
Yeah, that's the best. I mean, what's
equate
that like there's something wrong with it?
I'm not. We're talking about two different things, man. We're talking about two completely different things.
Like what? Pants and shirts?
Well, the idea of you in the like sitting around there sweating with your pants off, and the idea of Putin, the world leader, sat on a horse bareback.
I can ride a horse,
without pants.
Without pants,
well, that wouldn't be very comfortable, would it?
No, God, that would be dangerous.
Stay real tight in the cellar.
I like the breeze, So I'm more than happy to go and do it. I'll give someone a call and say, "Hey, can I come to
Just
that's the difference. That's the difference between me and you, right? Unless I'm trying to escape, or basically, unless I'm escaping from my life on the back of a horse and I just happen to be butt naked, there's no circumstances under which I'm going to get onto the back of a horse butt naked.
Oh, dude, you have not.
Unless if you're in some sort of cult and that's an initiation.
But I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be in some sort of cult, right? There might be a situation where there's a particularly sexually attractive sexual woman that wants to get I don't know, wants to have sex on the back of a horse or something. I don't know.
Richie just
because at the end of the day, a girl that I'm really sexually attracted to could pretty much get me to do almost anything that doesn't involve anuses. Or,
Dude,
or
for a guy called Charles Darwin,
anything other than my dick.
Charles Darwin, he's not very interested in the whole animal thing video.
No, I am paying attention. I do like animals, but not in that way. You know, so.
No, you like cats. You're more into pussy.
Only loyal men love loyal dogs. 2017. At a formal summit, Turkmenistan's president placed a young alibi into Putin's
I'd
arms.
have to punch him in the
image
stomach.
went global. Known for their strength and independence, alibais are bred to confront wolves, protect herds, and withstand harsh steppes. In Turkmenistan, they are national icons. Exports are rare. The gesture was not just diplomatic. It was sacred. My alibi never let anyone near my family, ever. Then came you.
If this is all countries like, you know, Turkmenistan and Dagestan and right, all parts of formerly Soviet.
Serbia. No, Serbia.
Formerly, right, so they're former Soviet, former parts, you know, and they're all basically pledging their loyalty to Russia.
Yeah.
And this is just like, yeah, man, we're with you. Like, we like what you're doing here. And these dogs are here to protect you, or whatever, I don't know.
I know you like Putin. I have some appreciation for Putin too. Cannot lie. You know, he's one of the best.
I'm not.
I mean,
I
he
plays
plays a nice character on the world.
Right?
stage.
Yeah. He's the good cop. Right?
Yeah.
Is the good cop bad cop? He's the good cop. Right?
Yeah.
Neither cops should be trusted. Like, I'm not saying I trust Putin, but I think there's a really interesting backstory. I personally think that Putin is either actually part of the Romanov bloodline or very closely connected to it. And
No,
the same with Trump's missus.
He was raised by Ashkenazi.
What's the name? Is it Ivanka?
Right.
Ivanka Trump? Yeah. I mean, I remember his last missus, where she died, I think.
No, Melania.
Yeah, no, there's Melania, and before that there was Ivanka Trump. She got old and she died or something. I'm not entirely sure fucking how that one worked out. Yeah.
Anyway.
A Japanese Akita, whose name means dream. A symbol of gratitude from the Akita prefecture for Russia's support after the 2011 tsunami. Dignified and composed, Yume joined Putin in televised interviews, silent, steady, ever watchful. She became an extension of his public image, reflecting calm, demanding respect. Only so.
It's funny, isn't it, that they are on the dangerous dogs list in like the UK and here. You can't just, if you have an Akita, it has to be registered and everything, and you've got to wear a muzzle when you go out. And
do you think that's because
someone with love in their heart?
Do you think that's because the dog is dangerous, or do you think that people are retarded and they don't fucking look after their dogs properly, and that's when bad things happen?
It's because people that don't understand the breed don't train it properly, and the breed is very protective of its pack. So like, and also if they're badly treated and shit. So.
And I think that's the problem. Like, you know, people fucking. We are really fucking stupid. We have dogs that can go and do fucking bad things, but we don't train our dogs how to go and interact politely with the rest of the world. And then we wonder why fucking shit happens. It's like, well, fucking, you know, look after your fucking dog, train it properly. And if you can't
How
fucking
about,
do that,
you didn't even train yourself properly. You say fucking every second word.
The thing is, right, a dog is only as good as its owner. A dog is as good as its owner. So the dog will be a reflection of the relationship, relationship that the dog has with the person that owns it. So you know.
Yeah, I think if you're a dumb cunt, you should not go and have like any fucking animal whatsoever. In fact, don't breed because you are a dumb, and we don't want you fucking doing that. But, you know,
but dumb is such a dumb because just because somebody can't speak, right, doesn't mean that they shouldn't have a dog. Because they could train the dog to a whistle. So being dumb doesn't actually, if we're going to talk about dumb in the actual meaning of the word dumb, right? Or if you're talking about it as a form of stupidity or lack of intelligence,
yes, exactly,
right? Just because somebody doesn't score on an IQ test doesn't mean that they're not intelligent.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking
I think that emotionally unstable people should be careful about the dogs that they own. Emotionally unstable people shouldn't be allowed to own certain dogs.
Yeah, that's fair because if you're emotionally
not that
unstable,
they shouldn't be allowed. It's just it shouldn't.
If you're just look again, if you're dumb or you're retarded, you shouldn't have anything access to an animal or breed. Like simple as that, you know. And that's just me. I mean, I could be wrong, but I've seen a lot of bad things happen when really stupid people who they get animals, they don't do the right thing, and unpleasant.
In Charles Darwin grad, only clever people, intelligent people can own dogs. Now I know I get what you're saying, right? Dickheads, basically. What you mean is dickheads shouldn't be allowed to have dogs. And I absolutely agree with that. That but then welcome to 2026. We got dickheads running countries.
We do. We actually do. That's unfortunate. But yeah.
Heart can raise an Akita right. Coney was different. Not a gift, but a constant. A black Labrador given by Russia's defense minister in 1999. For years, she accompanied Putin to official meetings, becoming a familiar presence in state photography. In 2007, she walked into a press event beside Angela Merkel, who feared dogs. Was it a breach of decorum or a calculated gesture? Coney died in 2014. For some, her passing marked the end of an era. My lab lived 16 years. Losing her broke something in me. Yet beneath these dignified exchanges lies another truth. In Turkmenistan, where the alibi is celebrated, stray dogs are still culled in the streets. In parts of Central Asia and Eastern Europe, ancient breeds fade as breeding lines vanish. Away from ceremony, dogs face a harsher reality. A blind pit bull.
That's a gorgeous golden retriever in the background there.
Reddit was praised after saving a child from a wild pack. A retired U.S. handler wrote, "My Malinois saved my life in Afghanistan, then retired into a shelter. No medals, no parades." These are the unseen dogs. Their loyalty, unpaid. Their service, unnoticed. So many dogs suffer while a few become political mascots. The story of Putin's dogs is not only about a man, it is about what we choose to see in animals. Are they guardians or symbols? Are they companions or currency? Each of these dogs bore a burden of heritage, of performance, of presence, and perhaps none more than Coney, who asked for nothing, yet became a fixture of power.
Now, I do actually think I remember his black lab. I remember that he had a black lab.
Really, I never seen any picture of him with a dog, to be honest.
It jogs a memory when she died. Hearing something about it in the news, it jogs a memory. Because
it's funny to hear, though, that Angela Merkel doesn't like dogs.
I'd like to know what happened in that meeting as well. Did she... Like, obviously, the Labrador would have been absolutely, completely placid and totally sweet and gorgeous and not threatening in any way, right? So, hopefully, she pulled it together. And
but
maybe it was a real symbolic gesture, like.
No, but she's an evil one, and dogs can sense that out instantly, right? They fucking hate evil people. You know, that's.
I mean,
he's not wrong.
Is she evil or was she just weak? Was she evil or was she weak?
Merkel is evil, absolutely evil.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
you know what? It's funny because I used to think that Anne Widdecombe was. I couldn't stand Anne Widdecombe, and I never realised that she actually, in the end, she was speaking sense. She got classed as being right wing and all that, but in the end, she was speaking sense, and she was calling out politics for what it was, and then then she gets capped.
Look. In fairness, what Voice said is true. If you see an animal and it genuinely does not like someone, be very careful about that person, because if the animal doesn't like them, there is something seriously fucking wrong with them. So.
Charles should make he should do a sermons from Charles or lessons from Charles, and just where you just basically where you can just tell everybody exactly how it should be. I think that would be good content, man.
Look, I don't have a YouTube channel. Apparently, I've got like 20 fucking subscribers. I have no idea why. Maybe they were bored,
so you have got
a
YouTube channel. So what you just said was a complete fallacy.
Well, no,
you have got
do.
a YouTube channel because you're here on your YouTube channel, and it's called Charles Darwin.
No, everyone on YouTube.
You don't have any content.
What you mean is you don't make any content.
Everyone has a channel on YouTube, okay? If you make a YouTube channel where you type, okay, my name is Richie.
Listen, Charles, let me stop you there. Listen,
okay,
because one of your favourite things is teaching grandmothers how to suck eggs, and I just want to stop you. We all know what YouTube is and why we all have a YouTube account. We all know.
Yep.
You can't make comments, take part in conversations unless you have a channel. You can't subscribe and get notifications unless you have a channel. But that doesn't mean that you have to be a content creator. You're just a watcher, and you're not creating any content. But you are creating content just on other people's channels. You're helping create content on other people's channels, like this one, for example.
No, look, I agree. I totally agree.
Back and forth.
What I don't understand is why I have like 20 subscribers, and it's like, really, why the fuck are you subscribed to me?
Well, obviously because they are. That is actually intelligence. Black Ops intelligence services have subscribed to just in case you become,
so I'm on someone's list.
You're on a list, and
I'm on a list,
and you're being watched. Either that, or it's people that just think, "Oh my God, who is this guy? I want to see if this guy does ever make any content. I want to see it," and so they've subscribed to you just in case you do make any content. That would be why.
No, someone told me I should go and start a channel where I can go and like babble bullshit, but I thought
we don't have to start a channel. You've got it. You have a channel. And you babble bullshit on other people's panels.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to go and talk babble bullshit on other people's fucking channels. That's fine, but I don't know if I have enough. I don't think I'm the sort of person who would have a channel where I can go and babble bullshit on my own. You
can't wax lyrical.
Basically. I like hanging out with the.
What does that make you? A reactor, right? A reagent. A reagent.
Responder. Could be a responder, but that's what I've kind of turned into, though, isn't it, Voy? Because I go live, but I don't want to have to sit here and give people I don't want to have to fucking just talk to people. So I get all funny about people. Come on, like, for fuck's sake, would you just come up on a panel and talk to me, please? Right?
I get that.
So there is a back and forth that can create an organic flow of conversation, right? So that and you never know what's going to come out of that. So
yeah, but I mean, you're a musician. You've got something to bring. You make clips. You make videos. You show a video on what you react. So you're not. Don't compare yourself.
I haven't done that for ages. I mean, that's
how you started out. That's how you started out. Don't compare yourself to Charles Darwin.
Oh no, I'm not comparing myself to Charles. No.
Aww. Yeah.
But
there's only one of
no,
me.
because I can compare in that when I started my YouTube channel in like 2009 or 2010 or something, I didn't even use it until 2013. And in 2013, I only used it, I didn't create content really. Like, we had uploaded a couple of things from the band, a couple of videos from the band, but I wasn't a content creator like that, right? And it wasn't until 2017, 4 years later, that I actually became a content creator. And that was to be able to engage with other creators.
Question: can someone drop Voi's link in chat? So
No, I don't want you on my panel, dude.
No. I want to subscribe to Voi.
Fuck.
He's interesting. So can someone go and give me a link?
Okay.
What panel, boy? You never have any panels.
Yeah, he does. Voi's gone live a couple of times this week. I've lurked in the background of a couple.
You can try though. I will let you on, for a couple of minutes until you say fucking for 20 times, and then I'll.
Yeah, there's a limit, right? There's a limit. It's like, all right, that's
have
enough.
A counter
that's
on you every time, like.
Oh yeah, I will. Yeah.
That's what I said to Charles. I said, like, and you don't know when the limit, when you're going to reach the limit. I don't even know. I'm not sure when. It's just when this little in my brain goes.
Well, you know what you should tell him? You should just tell him and say, Charles, you only have 3 fucks left. That's it. You're gone after.
Yeah. No, look, I'm trying to go and wind things down because apparently people are very soft and they're upset about naughty words. So I do try to go and wind things down just a tad because it's a thing.
Yes, it's because I'm so soft, right? Yeah, that's indeed.
So hang on a sec. Is that the
last? You are so tough, man.
It's because you're flaccid. You're flaccid.
Give me 2 secs. Is that his link right there?
Yeah.
What? That's my channel.
All right. Subscribed. Voi.
Jay Heighton, greetings. That is true. If you're incompetent, do not own a pet unless you have a competent person that can assist. Yeah. It's basically incompetence. Yeah. Anyway,
I like me some challenges and I like me some trolls, but it never lasts long because I'm so weak.
Well, it's not weak. No, dude, we're not weak. But it's not weak. It's like we're just.
Look, if Voi needs a
why
troll,
continue to engage in something that you just don't want to engage in
I will be the troll on his channel, okay? But he has to play nice because I'm sensitive, all right? So, and I will say all sorts of words apart from the F word, the S word, the C word, the D word. Actually,
Squirrel, this is not Sassy Sasquatch. No, this is Charles Darwin. It's not Sassy Sasquatch.
How can you mistake the two of those? Like what?
Well, yeah, because they're Australian. Because they're Australian. Because Charles is a bit of a bogan, and so's Sassy Sasquatch. Bit of a bogan.
The real
Vincent Griffin.
I'm a bit of a bogan. It's all good, bro. Give me a sec. I just got to go down and send a link and go and get me fucking money because they cut me off. So then I can go get some fucking smokes and shit. And no. Yeah.
Well, you sound like a bogan. You're not actually a bogan, but you sound like one.
Yeah, look, I see where you're going with that.
The Sute sent me.
How do I
Real
put
Vincent,
this?
nice one, man. Good to see you. Thank you for coming along.
How do I put this? I sound like I'm totally fucking retarded, which I think I am, but apparently I'm not. And, you know, I've been tested to go make sure that I'm a little bit more than what I sound like. So, you know, it's a thing.
Rich, this lot of fucking nonsense to a man. They're fucking nonsense. Get out of your fucking way. Go on, get up. Go on, fuck off. Call yourself a fucking gangster. A shootout, right, is a fucking shootout! Like a western.
Good movie, that one.
Good scene.
What is it? Is it the Craze?
One of the best fight scenes ever, man.
Yeah. I think the brothers, they were the Craze. I forget what the movie was called, but yeah, it's a good movie.
What's it called?
The Craze.
What?
The Craze.
Yes.
It's about the
Yes.
the Cray brothers, the Cray twins.
Yeah.
And it is kind of it's quite true to the story. It's been obviously romanticized, right? But like Ronnie or Reggie Cray was gay, was like openly gay and liked little boys, or young men. I don't know about little boys, but young men. And yeah, and he was a fucking psycho.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, they were in charge of the West End of London back in, what, the 1970s or something?
Right.
You know, and they basically bashed the fuck out of everyone, and they took over the entire fucking area.
But they didn't like drug dealing and shit. Like they bashed the shit out of drug dealers, and so there was a certain amount of they were like a little mafioso.
We had a similar thing here in Australia back in the 1980s, 1990s. We had a guy called Chopper. The dude literally cut his ears off to get out of prison. Yeah.
He's doing it again. He's doing it again, man. Dude.
What?
All you had to do was say, yeah, we had Chopper. We all know who Chopper is.
Well, I don't know.
You're telling this story about Australia, like we don't all know pretty much every nook and cranny story about Australia and Australian criminals, and like I've already said, Chopper is an Australian version of Charles Bronson. Right, Charles Bronson in the UK.
I can see where you're going with that, but I don't think you're quite right about what you.
Charles Bronson actually wasn't like Charles Bronson wasn't much of as much of a cold-blooded psychopathic fucking killer, right? But Charles Bronson was all about principles, right? He had principles, and he had but he was a realist, and he was like, if you got stuck in an empty swimming pool and your foot was stuck in the drain and the pool started filling up with water, what'd you do? You see,
cut your leg off.
And Charles Bronson says, just cut it off. Right?
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of people wouldn't. They'd drown trying to get their foot out of the drain because the thought of cutting their foot off was just, can't deal with the pain or the thought of the pain or whatever. Right?
Well,
there's some people that will cut their own foot off to save their life, and there's a lot of people that wouldn't.
What's that question about how, if you didn't eat breakfast this morning, how would you feel? And people fucking who say hungry, congratulations, you passed the test, but everyone else, they're like, oh, well, I had breakfast or blah, 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 and
I've never understood that.
That sort of shit. Really?
I've never understood that. I've never understood, like, yeah, but we're playing a thought game. Imagine that you didn't have breakfast. Yeah, but I did. Like, all right, that concludes our conversation. Thank you very much for playing. and we never need to engage in conversation again. Bye.
So yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, you know, fucking your foot is stuck and the water's fucking coming up. Cut the fucking thing off. It's not that hard. You know. I don't know.
mean,
Maybe I think.
I beg to differ. I'd say, yeah, that's an incredibly hard thing to have to do. To saw your own leg off, and let's say all you've got to do it with is a little what they call those little metal saws. Got a name, haven't they?
What, like a pocket knife type thing?
No, the saw that you saw. Oh yeah, all you've got is your little Swiss Army, the saw and your Swiss Army penknife, and you have to saw through your leg. Well, basically, you use the blade to cut all the flesh down to the bone, and then you use the saw to cut through the bone. But that's, you know, all right, just deep that, and tell me that that's not hard, and wouldn't be an extremely difficult thing to do. That you would have to actually detach from reality for a moment to be able to do it.
Well, what was that movie where they had that, where there's like two dudes, they're
Saw.
in a, Saw, and apparently there's like a dead body, and the guy has to go and decide whether or not to go and cut his ankle off because
Cut his own foot off.
Yeah, because the saw that he's got doesn't actually go, and it doesn't cut through the chain link of the thing.
Right.
And I was like, you have to really think very carefully about what you're going to go and do in that situation. Personally, I didn't want to be in that situation at all. But
I think it's one of those things where they get us putting ourselves unnecessarily into that situation. Right? I don't think it is really necessary for people to imagine that situation, because honestly, you're not going to know until you're there. That's the whole thing about the amygdala. Isn't it?
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Yep.
It's in that moment. In that moment, you're either going to fight, flight, or freeze, or fawn. Flight, fright, freeze, or fawn. Right. So. It's like I've never had somebody actually threaten my life with a gun, right? In let's say down a back street, somebody pulls a gun out, points at him. No, that's never actually happened to me. Now I think I know what I could do. It's definitely part of me that's like wants to be all tough about it and say, yeah, go on then. What are you gonna do? Fucking shoot me? Go on then. Right? And then there's another part of me that would shit his pants. I don't know which one. In that instant, No,
I see where you're going with that. I mean, I've had people go and do that in real life with weapons. Including guns. I was not
I've had
happy.
a knife pulled on me. I
was not happy. Like, I mean, I knocked on a door once upon a time, and had a shotgun stuck to my face, and I was like, okay, I'm fucked. I knew that I was fucking going to fucking die, fucking right there, and there was nothing I could do about it. But, it turns out fucking... Turns out I'm still here. I didn't hurt the person who did it, but you don't want to be in that situation where bad things happen, because when bad things happen and when people who intend to go and do stuff want to go and do it, they will do it real fucking fast. And the best you can hope for is that the whole interaction ends quickly before you fucking die. So yeah, no, it's not good. It's not good at all.
So on that note,
where'd Voy go?
No, Voy's here. OTW did a former Voy.
Oh, OTW did like a what do you call it? An Irish goodbye.
I'm in the kitchen, dude.
Still listening.
Ah,
Thank
cool.
Yeah, no, it's OTW backed out. Don't know where he's gone. And I've not been looking for the chat for ages, so I don't know who's here. What about Hostel 2? Do you know what? I didn't bother watching Hostel.
I watched.
Or I saw one of them and I didn't bother watching the other one. Right.
Yeah, I watched the first one. I didn't like it. Not my thing. There was stuff there that I thought was just garbage, and I don't like watching things that will upset me. You know, so I don't watch horror movies. I don't deal with bullshit. You know, if I'm going to watch a movie, I want to watch something that's going to be, you know, half decent that makes me fucking feel fucking at least fucking happy at the end.
I started watching Evil Dead 2 yesterday. It was free on YouTube, and I started watching it, and I was like, there's a little bit of nostalgia. I've not actually seen Evil Dead 2. I've seen Evil Dead 3, and I think I only want to watch Evil Dead 3 again.
No, Evil Dead 3. Evil Dead 3 was awesome.
15 minutes in. I only made it about 15 minutes into Evil Dead 2, and I was like, mate, no, I can't be bothered with this.
Yeah, no, Evil Dead 3.
When you think about how captured so many people were by it, right? Back in the day, in the 80s, when movies like Evil Dead came out, people were really captivated by it, right? Nowadays, effects are so good that everything's so realistic. Back in those days, it wasn't realistic. You can see it was all prosthetics and fucking, you know, there was nothing realistic about it. It was actually a bit comical. I didn't realise Evil Dead was more of a dark comedy than a horror movie.
It was. Evil Dead 2, I haven't seen Evil Dead 1. No, correction, I have seen Evil Dead 1, haven't seen Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 3 was awesome, but when
Army of Darkness, man. Army of Darkness.
Yeah, exactly. When they made that movie, apparently, this is back when we had VHS tapes, all right? And to go and buy the tape, when they had made that, I think it was like fucking $400 to go and buy the tape, because fucking, I don't know, they were like trying to screw people out of buying the tape. It was like really, really expensive. You know, Evil Dead 3 was fucking really fucking funny. Evil Dead 1, I was like, you know what? This is why I don't go camping in fucking random fucking places in the middle of nowhere. You know, fucking, I'd rather just fucking walk around with a fucking tent. Evil Dead 2, I have not seen Evil Dead 2. Apparently that's kind of the same thing as Evil Dead 1. One of these days I should go and watch it, but I'll pass. Evil Dead 3 on the other hand, that was great, you know, fucking.
I'm not into horror movies, right? But I do watch. I watch the gamers play horror games like Resident Evil. The most recent one, Resident Evil Requiem, is just fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible. The storyline's incredible. The acting, the voice acting in it is incredible. It's like, it's really good. The graphics are just insane, man. Like, you're watching basically CGI, but it's
look,
the
I watched
textures and everything. It's really, really, they're better than movies, man. The games that are playing out.
I watched what do you call it, Resident Evil 1. And you know,
Resident Evil was excellent, man. The Resident Evil movies were brilliant up until Resident Evil 3. Right? The movies,
that was garbage.
But the games, games have done nothing but get better. The games have been telling a different story.
Never played the games. I bought Resident Evil 5 on PS3.
That was a bit shit, mate. That was a bit shit.
Yeah. I got stuck like in a house, and I had no bullets or anything, and all these zombies were jumping through the windows. And
as far as the games are concerned, Resident Evil 2 and 3, 2, 3, and 4. 4 isn't too bad. but Resident Evil 5 and 6 were shit, and then Resident Evil 7 was a huge comeback. Like 7 and 8 and 9 are the best. They are the best Resident Evil games, man. Like as far as graphics, gameplay, storyline, all of it is fucking.
I don't know, man.
Incredible.
Just that one experience I had with Resident Evil 5, I was like, you know what, I'd like to go and get into this. People keep saying this is a great
That was your
franchise.
mistake. You should have started with Resident Evil 2.
Well,
or even Resident Evil 1, but Resident Evil 2 was, I mean, that's the one that I cut my teeth on. And it, like, as far as consoles and gaming, that was the first time I got a PS1 when the PS2 came out, and on that PS1 I had Resident Evil 2. So
I have a PS1, and I have a what do you call it, the memory chip thing, because back in the day PS1s they didn't have any way to go and save your game unless you had a memory chip. Never got a PS2. I went through 5 or 6 PS3s because they were fucking garbage. They kept fucking breaking all the time. Bought a PS4. It blew up, and when it blew up, it took out all the fucking data on my hard drive, so everything was fucking gone. I've got a PS5 at the moment. I will not be buying a PS6 because I don't like what Sony has done recently, where they said, okay, no more fucking physical discs.
Basically, and they've made instead of getting cheaper, like the PS5, instead of getting cheaper, they've made them, and the Xbox One 4K, right? They made them they're more expensive now.
Well, Xbox and PS6 are going to be really hard to go and get hold of, because we have this issue at the moment where if you want to go and build a computer, you know, you need a hard drive, you need RAM, you need a disk, all that sort of shit, and all that stuff has gone through the fucking roof because there are companies that want to go and have like data centers, so they're fucking jacking prices up through the roof. Even one of there's one company that I see.
Well, the price is jacked through the roof because the supply and demand, right? These chips, they're finding it hard to get hold of all of these. It's the processors mainly.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, there's a company called Crucial. Okay, Crucial makes fucking
Crucial.
Really
from Jamaica. Crucial.
No, they got like really cheap stuff. All right. Crucial turned around and said, okay, we are no longer going to go and make hardware stuff for the domestic market because we have to go and sort out our fucking data center fucking clients. So fuck you.
Because the money, because there's more money in data centers. There's more money. It's a more that's a constant, because those each one of those processors all burns out, like they're all irrelevant after 6 months or something. They're irrelevant. They have to be swapped out for the new ones.
Well, that's the question. Look, I mean, here you have a data center, okay? It buys hardware to go and do stuff, cool, but when they decide, okay, we need to go and buy the next RAM chip, we need to go and buy another fucking CPU, we need to go and buy whatever fucking hardware we need, do they fucking pass that off onto the public, or do they just throw that shit in the bin? I don't know. I mean,
I think they burn out, man. I think they burn them out.
Well, I mean, it will burn out if you're
voice back to his old ways. See you later, Voy. Thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Love you, dude.
Take care, Voy. Have a good one, dude.
On that note, actually, I think it's time to wrap up.
Oh, that's fair. Look, Richie, it's been a great conversation. Love hanging out with you and the other people. I will pick up and bounce, boys and girls. You take care, and I will catch you on the flip side. Cool.
All right, man. It's good to speak to you. It's been ages, so it's good to catch up.
No worries, mate. Any time.
And also to the chat room. Yeah, it's been ages. It's good to see you all. It's nice that I actually managed to get a panel going. So I appreciate everybody that came up, Sasquatch and JP and OTW Voy and Charles. Shout out to the new faces in the chat room. Real Vincent Griffin. And J Heighton 7 or J Height N7. Squirrel, good to see you, mate. Dr. E, RJ, Wazzy, Sylvie, Marlene, Leafy, and if I've missed you out, it's because I've not. And Ricardo, good to see you, mate. Have a good Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Some good news. I do now have the space to be able to put my laptop up and stream my gigs. So, at some point in the next week, I'm going to start streaming my gigs, and I'll be streaming them to Rumble, because YouTube are a bunch of fascist Nazis, whatever, about copyright now with their AI copyright, copyrighting me right in the middle of a live performance where I'm singing the song, but no, I'm not allowed to do that now. But you can still on Rumble. So anyway, watch this space if you're interested in the live music. It's got much better at work. It's much busier now, so the weather's much nicer, and I've moved. My position has moved, so yeah, it's all good. So Marlene, if you wanna, I'm gonna in the next week, if you're interested in the music, yeah. And on that note, this isn't actually relevant. I'm just playing it because I love it, and I've been using the other clips, so I've got to use this one, man.
Wankers. Fucking embarrassing. Waste of our time. Fucking waste of our time.
Right, the shop is closed. Everybody get out.
What?
Time to go home. Come on.
It's only 2:45.
Yes, but it's my shop. Come on, go home. Bye-bye. Thank you.
That's hardly fair.
It's not fair at all. Get out. Bye-bye.
I expect better service
We'll expect away. Get out. Bye-bye. Come on, all you time-wasting bastards back on the streets. Come on. Bye-bye. Good.
Shut it down!